Hello, welcome back. Hello, how are you? Welcome to more gaming hours. We had a last minute-ish vote on what to play, and it's perfectly tied, as every single vote I ever do ends up being. I feel like democracy is a complete failure, and this has only proven it. No system on the planet can effectively run as a democracy for an extended amount of time without falling into corruption, anarchy, and a just an absolute mess, actually, and as evidenced by the vote today between Europa Universalis 5 and Deus Ex. We're going with Deus Ex because Deus Ex was the original choice. So in the case of a tie, we'll go with the incumbent. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense, right? If you've got somebody running for local government office, and there's the guy who you know is shit and has been shit for years, and there's the new guy who you think probably is just going to be as bad, maybe worse, but they tie. You go with the one. You go with the shit that you already know the smell of, as they say in the hood. You know what I mean? You go with that's how they say it. You go with what you know, right? So we're going with what we know. In this case, of course, these are two good games. We're voting between two good things, and they're both good. But I think Deus Ex is a reasonable choice because we have to finish this game someday. EU5, it's not like we're going to finish at some point in time. Never going to happen. But it obviously, Deus Ex is the choice, right? Like, Deus Ex is the way to go here. Dictatorship failed because no EU5. What do you mean dictatorship failed? Because I didn't choose to do EU5? This is basically a electoral dictatorship, a dictatorship with the veneer of democracy, because I allow you people to undergo the ritual of voting, but then regardless of what the result ends up being, I still ultimately have the final and irreproachable control over the outcome, and there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, it's actually even beyond a normal dictatorship, because what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Call the CIA to my house to overthrow me? Good luck. You could do that. But I don't know why the CIA is your fucking personal army. You know what I mean? I don't understand. That doesn't really make sense to me. But once again, I will point out at the beginning here that we are streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So if you are on one of those two places and you don't see the other person, I am not psychotic. I am not at least diagnosed psychotic. And so therefore, these are real voices in my head, real text appearing before my eyes. They are just in the other location. Although it usually takes some time before the YouTube viewers come in. It takes a while for anybody to come in, actually. You people are slow. Everybody, like, waits. It's like halfway through the stream, it will be bursting at the seams. But at the beginning, everybody's, I don't know, probably working or something. You people probably have, like, jobs. I have a job. I was also working. But, so if you see me referencing the one man on YouTube who just got off his ball-crushing factory job, I'm not making that up. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Almost 5 years.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say? Thank you. Almost 5 years. Thank you, Eddie, for supporting the stream for almost 5 years. Now, if it makes you feel any better, Eddie, 2 or 3 of those years I wasn't streaming at all. But wait, does that mean you were still sending money that whole time? Because how does that work? It still says 59 months. I don't know if that actually will make you feel better. I said it may make you feel better to know that. I think it may actually make you feel worse. You're going to feel just as old, but you'll also feel like you were giving money towards nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe you haven't adjusted for time savings. I am so tired already. You mean daylight savings? My man, I live in America. We did daylight savings just now, and so it's this is the same time it always was. What do you mean? You want me to adjust in addition to the time adjusting? You want me to double adjust? I guess I was just still subbed. Well, I mean, thanks for let's do the math on that. $5 over the course of, like, probably 30 months of me not streaming. I appreciate the $150 that you gave me unknowingly. I'm like a gym membership. You sign up, you never go, because little did you know the gym wasn't even open, but that didn't affect you because you didn't go. And I just keep collecting my paycheck. Thanks for the $5 every month. And if you try and call and cancel, I say, sorry, you'll have to certified mail that to me if you'd like to cancel your sub. That's not allowed. You can't do that online. You can sign up online. You can't cancel online. Did the stream always was 12 a.m.? He is tired. This man is tired. The answer is it's always been this time. It has always been 6 p.m. Eastern. I say always as in like past like 3-4 months, but like, yeah, ever since I started streaming again, it has always been this time, except for the occasion when I stream an hour or two early. It's just like a surprise. Thank you, Hal, for the sub. Let's see how many months this man has. 40. Still impressive.
E got a haircut today.
Okay.
When the woman pulled the hand mirror to show the backside, E exclaimed, "What the hell?" And she shrank like she just dropped the Thanksgiving turkey. She did a good job. E was just surprised at the bald spot.
Sometimes what that voice pronounces is completely unintelligible. That time it was perfect and beautiful. The way it said, "What the hell?" It was actually perfectly, beautifully done. Thank you, Hal, for the sub and for the story. I'm sorry that you're balding. That's actually I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry that you are losing your hair, my man. If it makes you feel better, I actually don't have something for that one. That's actually not one I have. Normally I have some sort of thing like a silver lining on that one, but if it makes you feel better, if you didn't notice it until then, that means if you don't turn your head away from people you're talking to, they won't notice it right away either. But then the problem is, that might be a downside, because if they don't notice it right away, then when you turn your head somewhere else, they'll have the same reaction. And everywhere where you go, you'll be like, "Hey, I'm Hal. Nice to meet you. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, good seeing you. I'm going to go grab some ciggies." And you turn away, and then behind you, you just hear, "What the hell?" What the hell? I was talking to a bald man this whole time? And then they, like, wash their hands and, like they're disgusted. You know what I mean? Thank you, by the way, to Kirk Gregor as well on YouTube with the super chat. I don't know why super chats are not showing up on stream, but I will still read every single one that comes my way. So you're still getting personal message here. He says prayers would be appreciated. I will make a note of that, Kirk, if that is your real name. I will pray for you later. I don't know the context, but I assume it's important. Or maybe it's not important. I don't know. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't assume it's important at all, actually. But and I'm sure other people here will pray for you. So, although paying $2 to ask for a prayer almost crosses into uncomfortable territory of like simony or something, but we're gonna overlook that, right? That's gonna be overlooked. It's fine. I stare at woman, he says, so they never notice the bald spot. Okay, well then you're fine. You'll be fine. But anyway, we're gaming here today. We're playing more Deus Ex. Will we ever finish this game? The answer is yes. Until I die, this will be finished. That doesn't even make sense the way I phrase that. That makes it sound like I'm gonna play it until I die. The game is not that long, all right, to be clear. I am going to finish it, period. Do you know what I mean? Full stop. I'm going to finish this game. I'm starting it up currently. I'm happy that last time we figured out how to make it not fucking pause for 15 minutes every time I open the menu. But let's get to it. Ominous stream title. It is true. It is true that is an ominous stream title. Oh look, you can just see my mouse and nothing else. Oh, there we go. The stream title is in reference to what? Oh, no. Okay. Last stream was called We're So Back because it was EU5 and it felt like a return to form. And now this is the stream after We're So Back. It has to naturally then be It's So Over. Do you know what I mean? also it fits thematically with Deus Ex, because Deus Ex is the context of Deus Ex is a situation in which someone would very naturally say, it's so over. Do you know what I mean? So it works on two levels, actually. It's a play on the last stream, and it's a play on the context of the game. I don't remember what I was doing here last time. It looks like we partied hard, and I'm the first one to wake up after the rager. But I believe I knocked these men out. This is the problem with stopping a stream. I always note this afterwards when I start again, never when I'm stopping the stream. This is the problem with stopping a stream in the middle of a level. Because at least if it's a new level, you can go into it with clear expectations, a fresh map sense in your mind. You know what I mean? But when you walk into the game and it's been a while and you're in the middle of a level, it's kind of hard to like reorient yourself. Is that racist? Can you still say that? Can you still say reorient yourself? If I'm a white man, should I say reoccident myself? I think we came from up here. Let me read some books. Don't know how I pulled this assignment. I think this was new. I was told that this was a private security organization, but I should have known something was going on when they didn't ask about the damn discharge. Stupid. Now I'm walking the line at some gloomy-ass church in the middle of Paris. Nothing for company but a bunch of brain-dead zombies dressed in black, and that crazy kook keeps rattling on about temples or Templars and how he used to cook for the rich or something. I don't know. Food isn't all that great. Can't even get a bottle of ketchup. And then this German mech og shows up yesterday. I knew a lot of stone-cold people in the... What the... Do you see the ground fucking shaking, dude? Am I safe in here? I knew a lot of stone-cold people in the service, and this guy looks like he's got murder on his mind. He stands down there in the tech archive like a bot. I was on patrol in the cellar for 10 hours, and he didn't move once. Inhuman. It's like he's waiting for something. I think I heard him crying once. That would be Gunther. Free money. Free ciggies. And the doctrine of the mighty. It is a commonly held precept that two are strong. We've read this. We've read this. We've read this. We've read this. But anyway, welcome back to the game. We're gaming. I hope you all are doing well. I, for one, am doing well. Wine and a candy bar. French hours. Real French hours. Who's up? This is why you need to save notes. Or why you need save notes. I see. Am I outside? Oh! Okay. Well, you know what? Let's check our notes. And on that note, access the Templar computer system so that Morgan Everett can complete work on the cure for the Great Death. Yeah. Okay. Make contact with the Illuminati in Paris. Okay. We also have already discovered the gold. We recovered the gold, so we're good there. And I have a bunch of key codes. Okay, wait. We went to the gold. We should probably go to the computer terminal, right? We haven't been there, right? From the kitchen. I don't know where the kitchen is. As an Oriental, you have the pass. Yo, I've got the O pass. That's a valuable pass. That's an esoteric pass. They don't just give that out. I can't tell you why they don't give that out, because then that would be like racial stereotyping. But let me tell you, they don't give that out. The O's, that is. Am I towing a line here? Is this too far for this joke? I feel like you replace O with N, suddenly this joke would not be acceptable. Even though it's just a letter, and I'm very much making a joke about the joke. You know what I mean? It's a very meta joke in a way. I'm making a joke about the fact that you can't make a joke. And in this context, I'm making a joke about the fact that in a different context, you wouldn't be able to make a joke. Wait, that's the kitchen. What am I, blind? Yo. What? What? That man is an amazing shot! One shot! Okay, but I know where to go at least. One shot. Gone. Hear my son downstairs. Whenever I yell like that, I heard my son downstairs yell, "One shot!" Which is really funny. Oh no. Just run. I'm fine, because now I'm around the corner. It can't see me. Now I'm around here. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, we're fine. Let's check notes. From the kitchen, go up 3 flights of stairs, then turn left. Okay, so this is the kitchen, right? So, 1 flight. Is this a second flight, or do I technically have to go up 1 more for it to be a second? I think I have to go up 1 more for it to be a second. So this is 2 flights, right? Or is this 3? Because then it says to go left. If I go up another... let's try going left. Which is the same instructions as the gold, but then go down 2 flights, straight ahead, up more stairs, and turn right. Wait, these are the same exact instructions. Turn left, go up. No, go down. Oh, wait, no. Go down, go down. Go straight ahead, up more stairs. Go straight ahead, up more stairs, and then turn right. So we've been there. Your chest is in critical disrepair. You shouldn't tell a lady that on a first date, my man. That's pretty forward. But yeah, you're right. Let me heal my chest specifically. Heal torso, heal right arm. Then we'll save. So this is where the gold was. And I've been here just recently, I think. Ah! And we've been here. Yeah, so I think we're... Yeah. Yeah. We've been here. Okay. Let's go a different direction, because we've been here. I think we saw the terminal. That may even be where we got the codes from. Although, actually, I think the codes were from that shit that I just saw. Hello? Invisible wall? Or I'm just retarded? Can I say that? Good question. I don't know the answer. Okay, there is the man who saw me last time. I'm gonna shoot him in the head. But I'm gonna shoot him in the head in a way in which he'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine. Well, it's not exactly what I meant, but he was fine. I didn't lie to you. Oh. He moves. Honestly, I didn't think this was a patrolling guard. I thought this was more of like a, stand there forever kind of guard. Okay, do you think I can, I do have a cloaking device. I don't remember what button it is. F4. Let's equip baton. Let's actually equip prod to be super safe. Because then I can hit him from the front if I need to. And then let's go F4. Oh, it drains so fast. Run. And then crouch. Oh, yes, dude. Yes! Oh, it feels good to be back. We're gaming. We're gaming once more. Oh! I don't have a cloak on. That was just Scooby-Doo shit, honestly. That was just dumb. Is what that was. Let me just save and see if I can peek up again. I heard footsteps. Okay, alright. Oh! And here's our chance. What? Oh no! Don't worry. Don't worry. No one descends stairs as fast as me. I hide here. Get out the charge.
Check your 6. He could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere. Easy as. I don't know how I was so bad at this game before. Although, to be clear, I did just lose a leg. Which is a bit concern. I go surprisingly fast for a man without a leg. But I did, in fact, just lose a leg. I'm going to do a manual save. Because if I mess up, I may want to go back before I've lost my leg. Has anyone... It is so dark in this game sometimes. This game with basically no brightness settings. This game and like the whole Templar scenario, the whole Templar connection going on here, has got me thinking about history, you know? And it's very interesting. I saw someone recently talking about the fact that because of the modern conception of the world, basically materialism. I'm gonna charge because I don't like this angle. Because of materialism and the modern man's obsession with it, people can't at all comprehend their ancestors. Like, there is a bigger disconnect between I've been here. There is a bigger disconnect between your ancestors from I've been here. Your ancestors from like 200 years ago versus those ancestors and 200 might not be the right number. Let's say there's a bigger disconnect between you and your ancestors from 400 years ago than there are from those ancestors and your further ancestors from 1,000 years ago. You see what I'm saying? For over twice as long.
You're a small, prowling mouse, and dumb like a mouse. You keep coming, like you forget about Etenavar. I remember Etenavar. I remember for everyone.
This is why I love Deus Ex streams. Yeah, fair. But basically, like, because of materialism... Wait, is that him? Who is that? No, that's just some guy. Because of materialism, it's... You look at history, and I saw this recently. Somebody was talking about, like, he had some fucking pet theories on Joan of Arc. Because he believed that there was no way that anyone in the past actually believed that Joan of Arc was in communication with God, divinely inspired, and then B, a witch. He was like, there's no way that people believed any of either of those things.
Once I knelt in this chapel for communion with 2 Rockefellers and a Rothschild.
Wait.
Since the time of the Crusades, every leader in finance has prayed for the continued stability of Templar banks, founded on gold.
Wait, hold up on this. Hold up on this. When he says communion, are you implying that the entire Illuminati and Rothschilds are Catholics? Or are you talking like Black Mass? I feel like Black Mass is much more likely. Either that or they're making a mockery of the sacrament, I'm assuming. Do you know what I mean? Which a Black Mass certainly would be, but... Oh. Can I blow this up? But basically, this man could not fathom that the real answer to his question. He's like, there must be some sort of explanation as to how Joan of Arc got away with it, basically. And it's like, my man, there's no explanation. They believed her. Like, that's the explanation. Like, they believed it. The people of the time believed that she was divinely inspired. And someone in like comments to this gave like a, okay, absolute waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Okay, good to know. People in the comments gave another example. They were like, you know, there's a story from the Crusades where these guys were like trapped inside of they had just like, if I remember correctly, they had just besieged some like Saracen fort, and oh no, oh I'm
locked on.
let's just
On this one.
let's just rewind that. But basically, they had just sieged down some Saracen fort, but now after that they were under siege, and they were under siege by a much higher number of Mohammedans, so to speak, and one random of the soldiers basically was like, I had a dream, I had a vision, the Lance of Longinus is buried under this local chapel. And they went to the chapel and they dug it up and they found a spear, and they all believed that it was in fact that true relic of the spear that pierced Jesus' side, the Lance of Longinus. Because Longinus is the name of the Roman soldier who held the spear. In case you didn't know. Some believe he was a saint because he... Actually, is that official? I don't remember. But anyway, there's some belief that he may have been a saint that he converted afterwards.
Something's in here.
Okay, well that didn't work. Does this work? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But basically, they got this lance, and they were like, yep, this is the real thing. And then they said, basically all of them, even though they're outnumbered, they said, hey, now that we have this, we should go sortie out and drive off the Muslims. And they did. And they were successful against a huge number of opponents. You know what I mean? Overwhelming forces. And a modern man looks at that and says two things. First of all, one, they say the guy who told the story about finding the lance is a charlatan. He probably knew that his people needed the morale to keep going, and so he made up this story, and it was like a, you know, it was a story that brought them all together and improved morale. And where the fuck am I? Where do I go? I thought it was in this building that I needed to go. I need to get into the basement, right? And so it's a nice story that he told everybody, and it was basically a big pep talk, but at the same time, he's a charlatan, and he was trying to trick them, and so on and so forth, right? And at the same time, he would also say, oh, there must be a scientific explanation for them over, you know, for them. I'm wondering if there's like a secret door or something. There must be a scientific explanation for them routing this larger enemy. It must be because they were inspired and morale, and they had the element of surprise because no one would have ever expected them to charge like that, and all of this, right? And they have to find like this material explanation. And it's like, first of all, on the very first count, you are completely wrong. The guy who found that spear and had that dream almost certainly 100% believed that he had found the spear that pierced Jesus' side and believed that it was the real article 100%. And the people with him believed it 100%. And not because they were dumb, they just held a belief system in which that made perfect, that is completely within the realms of possibility, right? Is this the way I need to go? Or is this where I came from? I'm gonna save real quick and run through here because I feel like I'm getting... No, this is where I came from. Right? I'm getting fucking lost, dude. What? I'm running. Let's go... double heart... Oh, no, I need to eat some batteries. Double heart, run. What the hell? Why'd that thing not attack me? Yeah, this is where I've been. Yeah. Why did that thing not attack me? Go back to the mansion. Back to the mansion? What do you mean? Back to the mansion? That was a different level. What are you talking about? But anyway, do you see what I'm saying? It's because for most of history, people interpreted the very course of history as a manifestation of God's will, or its equivalent, whether positive or negative. That's definitely part of it, but it's also just like what you consider to be within the realm of possibility, what kind of, yeah, just like worldview you hold in general. You haven't completed the castle mission. Look at your goals. Access the Templar computer systems that Morgan Everett can work on a cure. Make contact with the Illuminati in Paris. What do you mean? Templar computer system. So I do need to go to the computer that I was going to before. Okay. You called this a mansion, though, and it very much confused me. But okay, so simple enough. This is the kitchen. I need to go up 3 flights of stairs. 1, 2, 3. Turn left. Go down 2 more flights of stairs. 1, 2, and then go ahead more stairs and turn right. Ahead more stairs, turn right. Okay, I mean, I'm setting off an alarm. What can you do? Here's the ambrosia. Aha! Okay, thanks. This is it. We're here, finally. But it's just interesting, like, people... No! It's him!
I regret that only once we worked together. Now the game has changed.
You came all the way to Paris to tell me that?
It is a simple message I am demonstrating. We know where you are going and what you intend.
That doesn't mean you can stop me.
My man, I
have
don't
been
know what I
upgraded for
intend.
this assignment.
Oh! Do I have to kill
You
him?
might have been a good soldier.
Because I can easily kill him, right? I mean, like, let's be clear. Easiest thing in the world. Okay, but important question, actually. Very important question. Do I have to kill him? Because Anna Navarra, I was originally going to keep alive. But the game forced me to kill her. Do I have to kill this man? Because I totally can. Let's make a separate save here. And then let's load the quick save. And let's see, like, if I sneak around, can I avoid him and still complete the mission? You know what I mean? Or, like, could I run away? Or could I, like, is there a way to complete this without killing him? No new messages. Okay. The winner does not write history as people like to cry about shit now. The winner in the war was the one who's divinely chosen and given a mandate to conquer and rule. This was a universal principle in traditional societies. I mean, to some extent. But even the idea that the winner...
I regret that...
You came.
It is
That doesn't.
He is here.
What if I... Can I run away? He chases me to somewhere that is far enough away that once we get there, he will not be able to chase me back because he will lose aggression range like he has done now. You see what I'm saying? The bosses in this game suck, if you can call them that. I guess it's more realistic, though. Yeah, well, that's true, yeah. I mean, if I do shoot a rocket at someone, he should die.
He is gone. I volunteer to pursue him.
Have we done it? I could sneak past him, but first...
I am engaging.
Okay, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's
Should not have
possible.
challenged me.
I'm gonna try a shock prod first, just to check. But then if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna sneak right past him and just go on the computer. Wrong save. Let's try the charger prod. Doesn't work.
I should never have trusted him.
Unless there's like some point at which it does work if you use it enough. Otherwise, it seems impossible to knock him out non-lethal. You just get the shield. So I think we just sneak past him, which is, I mean, hilarious that we can do that as well. Unless I could maybe like EMP him and then knock him out, because it seems to be like an electronic shield that's protecting him. But it does seem that I can just walk right past. I think we do have a login code, right? A number and a secret. Could be. Honestly, could be. I don't know if we've used this yet. Oops. Oops. Nah. I didn't think so, but it could have been. Let's just check. No. You missed a 1 on the username. No, I put it back. I deleted it, but then I put it back. See? It's there. I mean, unless I really... Oh! Never mind. Thanks. Thank you. Let's look at email first. No emails. Establish system uplink. Data lock disengaged. System uplink transfer established. Cool. Oh! This is fucking spooky as hell, dude. Alright. that Simon? Simon, is that his name? Simon, what's his name? Simon Pegg? What is your name again? Hello? Why is he not talking to me? Yeah, Gunther's in timeout. Hello? I'm curious. I think maybe I have sequence broken the game.
We did certainly teach you how to fight, didn't we? You're worried, Simons. We almost have a cure.
You have nothing. Even if Everett succeeds, you can't synthesize enough vaccine to stop an epidemic.
Okay.
You need a universal constructor, and
All
I
right.
don't think Page Industries is going to leave one lying around for you to use. Not after you blew up the one in Hong Kong.
I was never properly trained in its operation.
Laugh it up, Denton. Next time we won't use an old box of bolts like Gunter. The only reason I let him go to Paris is that I was sick of his moaning about Navarra and constant requests for a tune-up.
You sent him because you knew he would fight to the death.
He was the last of the mechs. Next time you will face someone of your own abilities.
Okay, so you do have to kill him. You literally, the game does not allow you to talk to this guy until you kill Gunther. Make contact with the Illuminati in Paris. Well, yeah, but where do I... Wait, so where do I go now? It's just something I find very interesting that modern man cannot fathom even the idea that there were real religious beliefs held. And religious beliefs that are not just materialistic.
I'm getting what I need. Good work.
Okay.
I will now consent to meet you in person.
Okay.
Go to the metro station nearby and await my instructions.
Okay, simple enough. All right, we're out of here. Oh. I think I can probably bust out this way. Clearly, you need to kill the bosses in this game. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. This feels like the kind of game where you should be able to do it non-lethal. You know what I mean? So, it's surprising in a certain sense. Oh. Have I been here? I'm pretty sure I've been here. In fact, I think this might have even been how I got in. Or no, I went over there. Yeah, no, I've been here. I just haven't been... I'm just checking. Yeah, I've been here. Who was it that told you to go non-lethal? Not a single person. That was just my instinct. My gaming instinct. You know what I mean? There are just other games like this in which that is an important thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Or not do, depending on what you want to do. There's, you know, honestly, there are just so many games that exist with multiple endings where your ability to kill or not kill enemies in a huge... Oh. That was a horrible time to save. What is the problem? Could you heal my legs? I hope this regen heals my legs. I'm crawling away. Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. We'll do this one more time.
We did certainly...
It is funny a second time, though. It really is.
I'm getting what I need. Good work. I will now consent to meet you in person. Go to the metro station nearby and await my instructions.
If you kill the NSF terrorist at the start of the game, Paul calls you a total jackass. From what I can tell, it only changes dialogue. Well, don't spoil, although you say from what I can tell, so I'm assuming you don't know. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know, let's actually walk down, I guess. This is the thing about going into a game blind. You know what I mean? You make assumptions, the assumptions turn out to be right, or they turn out to be wrong, and there's not much you can really, I mean, you know, what can you do? It's guesswork at the end of the day. It's the funny thing is that, like, so many games that I would lump into similar categories where I assume that a non-lethal playthrough is important actually came after Deus Ex, so it's entirely possible that Deus Ex, I'm assuming it inspired those games, but it did it in no way, because it actually doesn't do that. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about games like, oh wait, a message.
You're hearing the voice of a majestic 12 AI. No need to be alarmed. For now, I can protect you and Daedalus for a day or so.
For a day or so. Okay, thanks. I will say I agree with the AI insofar as I do think we should examine what we're doing.
Your systems were very cooperative. And very complete.
You were just a prototype, Denton. A prototype for me.
Okay, Bob. I'm not really sure what to make of that, Bob. But, alright.
My associate, Toby Atanwe, will meet you below.
I'm pretty sure they're not hostile down here.
Keep going. Atanwe is in the tube below.
Travel advisories are in effect.
But I do think there is some leftover for, like, the non-materialistic view of the world. I think mankind, in some way, knows that materialism cannot be, like, the end of existence. And so that's why, like, new age shit is taking off to such an extent. But that's obviously the wrong method to go about that.
JC Denton, I will take you to Everett, but you will be forbidden to learn the way yourself.
That will be quite a trick.
You will not be armed in any way.
Forget it, I will find Everett on my own. Can I do that? Is that actually an option? I would love to...
Forget it. I'll find Everett on my own.
I'm afraid that would be impossible.
Oh. Did he just knock me out?
No inconvenience whatsoever.
Everett must be paranoid.
We all are. The Illuminati is getting a taste of its own medicine.
Has he made any progress on the Grey Death virus?
Your uplink provided the missing encryption key. He has been able to complete the work that Professor Tong began.
I must see him at once.
He is downstairs in the lab.
Hey. Tell me if I'm wrong, alright? I want to hear all of your thoughts on this. I feel like I can very clearly be able to tell where I am here, but whatever. Like that, I shouldn't be able to look out the window, right? I mean, like, even these advertisements would help me find out where I am. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'd like to hear the conspiracy theorists in the audience and what you think about this. Am I correct in assuming that the Illuminati would never allow a black person in its ranks? Right? This is not a racist statement. I'm not saying I wouldn't allow a black person into my secret underground conspiracy cabal. I'm just saying I don't think the Illuminati would. Does that make sense? Like, I really don't. That just doesn't jive with, like, the whole... I don't know. They would certainly use them, but I don't think they would have them at, like, a high level to where they're the ones escorting me to a super secret location like this. I agree with Icarus here. The Illuminati would use... Yeah, they would use them, I'm sure. I don't know about your phrasing there, at least on Twitch here, but yeah, I agree with you. If we're assuming, of course, that they exist. Which, I mean, they obviously did at some point, at the very least. And probably still do. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? Here's a key. Where am I finding him on my own? Because, oh, really? Alright, well, let's worry about that later. I don't see why the Illuminati won't. Because the Illuminati, they're elitist at like a fundamental level. So why would they only believe in one form of elitism? That doesn't make any sense.
Do not to disturb Lucius de Beers.
I mean, to some extent, they're obviously transhumanists. Well, no, MJ12 is more of the transhumanist in this sense. But regarding the inability of modern man to understand tradition, Guinon makes an extremely good point that in that people nowadays are actually on the average stupider than they used to be rather than the other way around. I've said that for perhaps a decade now. I fully believe that. I've never read Guinon, but I fully believe that man now is stupider than he has been in the past. And in some ways that's trackable. Even in like recordable recent history, and I'm talking like past 100 years. Look at even better, look at the past 300 years. Look at the intelligence level. We look back and we can laugh at like the Freemasonic elements of like the founding fathers, and we can poke fun at certain elements of that. And I think to some extent you should. But these men were better educated than anyone I've ever met in my life and am likely ever to meet in my life. And a lot of them were self-educated. The ones that weren't and that's the thing too. When I say educated, I don't mean schooled. Schooling is completely separate from education, as evidenced by the ones among them who were self-educated. In fact, most people today, I think it's a good way to phrase it. I've heard it phrased this way before. We are perhaps the most schooled people of all time, and we're the least educated. Books like Aquinas' Summa Theologica and Isidore's Etymology used to be student manuals, while people nowadays can barely understand them. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the obvious response that someone would say. It is a bit of a cope, so I'll also say the response to the response. The response would be, well, those are written in a different sort of vernacular that modern man just can't read. But the response to that is simply that you could put it in modern English and they still wouldn't understand it. So, and people do. You can get a modern English translation and it's still not. You know what I mean? Not that those were written in English to begin with anyway, necessarily, especially Isidore. You know, like, obviously not. But even something like my point is they'll say the same thing about like Shakespeare, and they'll just be like, oh, well, you got to keep in mind they're like Shakespeare, it's Old English, and it's like, yeah, people don't even, you could do a modern translation and they don't understand it either. So, I don't know why I'm hacking this, don't ask me. Nanotech containment field? Let's turn all this stuff off. Am I gonna get turned on here? Like, the fact that I can do this makes me think that I'm about to be, like, betrayed. You know what I'm saying? Oh! Is there a med bot around? I would love to upgrade. I'm gonna find a med bot before I... Whoa. Let's turn on chat. I'm gonna find a med bot before I do that. I'm sure there's one here. There has to be. Hey! You joined the Illuminati too? You really shouldn't have.
Good news, huh? Looks like we might pull this thing off.
Alex, what are you doing here?
Tong sent me. He wanted me to help with the decryption.
Looks like Everett has it all figured out.
Listen quickly. Tong doesn't trust the Illuminati.
Oh,
he
good.
sent me here to keep an eye on Everett.
I see. How about the triads? Is the truce going to hold?
Last I heard, but I guess we have other things to worry about now, huh? I'll keep you in touch through your info link. I'll try my best to keep you informed.
Yes, do exactly that. Keep me informed.
I need to... Man who has never seen sun and cave, see rock against rock make spark of light. He calls spark the way and the answer. That's new age to me. They know something ain't right and something is missing, but they have no conception of that thing that they never knew that they have lost. That being light. Really bad and convoluted analogy. No, I actually like that analogy a lot. It reminds me a lot of... I actually kind of highly recommend... It's been a while since I've listened to him, but I highly recommend the YouTube videos of the author Roger Buck. I actually think his book is just okay. His book is The Gentle Traditionalist. I found that it would kind of retread ground that I'd already found covered in a lot of books before. But his YouTube videos I find very down to earth, very personal, and very interesting, because Roger Buck is a Catholic who was previously a New Ager. And, like, a New Ager who was really into it, who, like, went to, like, Findhorn and all of the really, like, what do you call them? like the serious New Age. Like he's reading Blavatsky and stuff, you know what I mean? Theosophist thoughts and like all this kind of stuff. Steiner, right? Like Rudolf Steiner, Blavatsky, basically like way into the New Age, right? But eventually became Catholic, and he talks a lot about that subject, like the idea of this sort of longing for what has been lost. And he was raised Protestant, and so he talks about the fact that like Protestantism in many forms has gotten rid of mysticism in any sense, right? And so because of that, people seek it out in other forms, and they believe what they're seeking is ultimately the truth of Christianity, but they look for it in other places because they grew up with what they thought Christianity was. You see what I'm saying? Let's take a look at this. Wait, I already have this augmentation. Oh, I didn't even know that was possible to find them multiple times. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. You have to go behind that door. What do you mean? This door? What door? What do you mean? Theosophy mentioned. Well, he's very anti-theosophy now, to be clear. But let's take a look at these and see if they are ones I've already gotten or not. If I can even tell that. Vision enhancement targeting. I think I've gotten all of them now that I think about it. I've gotten all of them, so all these are going to be useless to me. This is just in case somehow I'm, like, not good at gaming and I've missed them. But I could still use an upgrade, though, right? Yeah. I think let's let's upgrade vision, I think. Because these on 3 are perfectly fine because this one can max it out to 4 when I need it. So I feel like the vision one is my most useful, honestly. Let's just take a look at what that looks like now. Because that's F8. I mean, from a distance, he's very clear, but I can't see him through walls, which I feel like is kind of the point. But it said sonar imaging? I don't know. That wouldn't be based on movement, right? No one wanted to read Shakespeare in school because they were forcing us to. Well, yeah, that's odd. Yeah, that's definitely true.
You won't be hearing from Tom for a while. He had to leave Hong Kong.
Why? The triads?
He said he had some business to take care of. I don't know. He didn't look so good.
Sick?
Either that or something was bothering him. The last thing he said to me, it was something about all the machines in his lab being useless.
Don't
and then he cut off the connection.
Useless for what?
It was just an outburst. I don't know, but he wants me to wait here for instructions. JC, Tong is serious about Everett. He wants you to be careful.
Still slightly sick. I will check behind this door. I've been instructed. Heal all? Sick. Yes. Well, I do have 4 tools. In fact, I've got 9 tools. Do I know the code, though? Toby, I'm afraid in the lab for quite a while, concentrating on this most... Oh, I'll be in the lab, concentrating on the most interesting new development. If you need to access the security system, this week's code is Pinchin. Okay. We should be especially wary now of this recent turn of events. I imagine Bobby is feeling the first signs of apprehension as he tends to overreact when that happens. And if Lucius continues to complain, you may access his life support with the same password at the central computer. Please don't raise his temperature more than a degree. I don't want him thawing out. What the hell? Anybody working with a man named Lucius is a villain, according to, I'm gonna look around a little bit more. But according to, media, you know what I mean? My media literacy here. And 1 pick to get in there. I think this is Bob. I mean, not Bob. Everett. Let's pick this first. Because I feel like I might possibly be able to get in there without... What? Oh, it's just very slow. I feel like I might be able to get in there without using up my computer hacking tools. Although I don't know why swimming in the aquarium would accomplish this. But I got 50 points for exploration. There's darts and a rebreather in here. I'll take the rebreather. This was worthless. Okay, yeah, no, this is worthless. I'll save my one lockpick. People are talking in chat about the interpretation that, like, I think the distinction that people are talking about is basically there's an idea in history, which is an idea that people had, that God is sort of steers the direction of history, and that the people who win were meant to win, in a certain sense, which I think in a certain sense is true. God is the writer of history. But that can be taken to mean that, like, hey, the Ottoman Turks took over Byzantium, so clearly that means the Turks are the God's chosen people. And it's like, no, that's not what it means. But it might mean that God is mad at his people for, you know, not upholding the Council of Florence or something, you know what I mean, as an example. Or whatever the case, right? Or just sort of having society corrupt to such a degree at that point, or whatever it happens to be, you know what I mean? And can use, even use people as a means of punishment to some extent. But obviously, yes, there is, obviously there is still a real truth of what happened. I seem to have stumbled on something here. Camera's off. Project, what is this? I don't need those. I'll take the key, I'll take the battery. Read the book with the lights off. Project Morpheus, Notebook 8B. Morpheus has been moody of late, and I've been so far unable to determine the proximate cause of this change in behavior. This is a problem with n-variable systems. At arbitrary levels of sophistication, minute perturbations become unquantifiable. Is personality nothing more than the tidal change in a nonlinear system? And if so, what is the moon? What force shapes these tides? Morpheus could tell me if only Morpheus could model its own behavior. This would require a system orders of magnitude more complex to execute a simulation of its own identity. That's a good sort of recap of why AI will never actually be that advanced, actually. I may resort to a full battery of input analysis tests to be compared against previous baseline tests, but I find myself strangely reluctant to do so. At this level of development, Morpheus could be cognizant enough to find the experience unpleasant. I do not know why that word occurs to me, as it anthropomorphizes what is obviously not human, but what may not be what may not so obviously be alive. Notebook. Yeah, it does kind of look like Notebook penis. It looks like he drew a dick in his notebook there. 8-8 is kind of... Hi, Morpheus. Prototype AI program.
J.C. Denton, 23 years old. No residence. No ancestors.
No ancestors.
No employer. No.
How do you know who I am?
I must greet each visitor with a complete summary of his file. I'm a prototype for a much larger system.
What else do you know about me?
Everything that can be known.
I'm turning this up a little bit. Oh, if it lets me without crashing. Oh, bad sign. Bad sign. I can't even fucking open volume. Oh. JC is only 23 years old. Yeah, people aged more in the past. You know what I mean? They looked more adult.
Go on. Do you have proof about my ancestors?
You are a planned organism, the offspring of knowledge and imagination, rather than of individuals.
I'm engineered, so what? My brother and I suspected as much while we were growing up.
You are carefully watched by many people. The unplanned organism is a question asked by nature and answered by death. You are another kind of question, with another kind of answer.
Are you programmed to invent riddles?
I'm a prototype for a much larger system.
Good question.
The heuristics language developed by Dr. Everett allows me to convey the highest and most succinct tier of any pyramidal construct of knowledge.
How about a report on yourself?
I was a prototype for Echelon 4. My instructions are to amuse visitors with information about themselves.
To
I don't see
amuse
anything
visitors.
amusing about spying on people.
Human beings feel pleasure when they are watched.
What?
I have recorded their smiles as I tell them who they
Who
are.
do you fucking talk
Some
to?
people just don't understand the dangers of
Exhibitionists?
indiscriminate surveillance.
The need to be observed and understood is once satisfied by God. Now, I can implement the same
God didn't send me a letter telling every fact about me. What are you talking about? An angel didn't come down to me with trumpets and say, "Here's every fact about yourself."
Electronic
No.
surveillance hardly inspires reverence. Perhaps fear and obedience, but not reverence.
God and the gods were apparitions of observation, judgment, and punishment. Other sentiments toward them were secondary.
No one will ever worship a software entity peering at them through a camera.
I wouldn't be sure that,
Human
Denton,
organism
actually.
always worships.
Unfortunately.
First, it was the gods. Then, it was fame, the observation and judgment of others. Next, it would be the self-aware systems you have built to realize truly omnipresent observation and judgment.
You underestimate humankind's love of freedom.
Oh, what a
Individual
quote.
desire judgment. Without that desire, the cohesion of groups is impossible. And so is civilization.
What a quote.
The human being created civilization, not because of a willingness, but because of a need to be assimilated into higher orders of structure and meaning. God was a dream of good government.
What a crazy
You will
quote.
soon have your God, and you will make it with your own hands. I was made to assist you. I am a prototype of a much larger system. The human being created civilization, not because of a willingness, but
It's a
because of a
very-
need to be assimilated into higher orders of structure and meaning.
I like the interaction. It's actually exactly what I would expect an AI from the Illuminati to say to me. Do you know what I mean? It's a theory that somebody could obviously and very easily find quite compelling as to a reason why, like almost a methodology and reasoning behind the mass control that the Illuminati is calling for. Man naturally wants control. It actually goes back to the materialism. If you believe that there is no God, then you have to find a different explanation for why people believed in God, right? Because if you believe, you have to believe one of two things. Either one, that mankind was stupid and is becoming smarter, but that goes against the evidence. But that doesn't matter. Lots of people believe that anyway. Or you have to believe that there is some sort of spell cast on humanity, which is obviously a ironically non-scientific thing to believe, but but you basically have to believe that mankind has some sort of like fault in his programming, that he wants to worship, he wants to be surveilled, he wants to, and I call it a fault. If you believe in God, it would not be a fault, right? The surveilling part, a little, you're getting into weird territory there, but obviously God is omnipresent, and omniscient. But the idea of wanting what he said, like wanting judgment, wanting structure, wanting a hierarchy, wanting all of these things, if you believe God exists, then that wouldn't be a fault. But if you don't believe God exists, then you have to believe that that is a fault, because it doesn't come from somewhere. It doesn't serve a purpose. So either you have to believe that mankind is and was stupid and is becoming smarter, or you have to believe that there is a natural human tendency, not put there by natural law or by God or by the longing of our hearts for something greater, as Saint Augustine said, "My heart does not rest until it rests in thee." You have to not believe that, but you have to believe instead that out of a freak accident of human evolution, human beings have, for no explicable reason, a longing for worship and judgment and structure, and that tendency is something that at a basic level cannot be defeated, and instead is something that we will use to create a next higher level of civilization, because instead of us worshiping a god which in their conception didn't exist, we will instead create that god. By creating it, we will be able to choose what qualities we want people to worship, because we will create the thing that they worship. And then in that way, we will create a feedback loop, a Luciferian feedback loop, in which ultimately we are worshiping ourselves, because we are ultimately creating a product of ourselves, right? We are creating a product of ourselves that just mirrors back who we are. And then by worshiping that, we are moving ourselves towards a certain version of ourselves that we have chosen. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. It's a very, like, congratulations, you've created the Antichrist. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, in Norse and Celtic pagan cultures, manipulation or persuasion, the sway of words, was the main component of weaving spells. In that interpretation, there's definitely a spell cast upon gross humanity. And the internet, TV, and radio before it was the wizard's wand. Well, that's certainly true. If we're talking about spells cast on people, I'm not refuting that at all. That's obviously separate from what I'm talking about a materialist sense of religion being a spell cast on people, but or a fault. They wouldn't phrase it that way. They would phrase it as a fault in the programming of people. But no, I don't mean to say that I disagree with the idea that there are spells cast on people, and I think a lot of people do have spells cast on them simply by words. The words that you use to describe something will change you and how you think, how you feel about something, how you act. Like, ultimately, you can say that words follow, actions follow words and words follow actions, and they have a self-replicating, like, a cycle that feeds into itself. Because if you say to yourself that something is true, you will be more likely to act as if it is. And you can say that even if you don't believe the thing, right? Like, these things, the words themselves have power, right? Which is why I don't believe you should necessarily have, for instance, make a habit of something like a self-deprecating joke, right? If you self-deprecate yourself, you will become the negative version of yourself that you have constructed, that you have weaved out of nothing, right? If you have created that, it's why, to some extent, you have to be careful what you say, because what you say will become real. I don't mean that in a Gnostic sense of, like, the secret, like you create reality, but to an extent, you do create your own perception of reality, right? You certainly can. And so the things you say out loud are dangerous, right? Like because not because someone else hears them, but because you hear them. You see what I'm saying? I mean, identity is, of course, though, a socially constructed. So identity is socially constructed. So other people hearing them is important too. Do you know what I mean? That also does have an effect on you, but even you have an effect on you. It's important. Anyway, let's talk to Morgan Everett, the Illuminati.
The Illuminati ended up after centuries of conspiring to rule the world.
The conspiracy is about to begin again, JC, between you and me. Nicolette was wise to bring us together. Wise like her mother. The most effective partnerships, like Beth's and mine, arise from mutual necessity.
Tell me if the game's too loud. I think it's fine. It's a little loud.
Cracked the virus.
A trivial matter. Page added nothing to the core design. However, what we need to construct is a carbonocarbon ROM module, not exactly a vaccine.
Can it be done without a universal constructor?
No, we need time on a UC. But I know where we might find one, and also gain access to the U.S. military networks.
U.S. military?
To stop Icarus from completely destroying the Daedalus AI. Daedalus is a design of mine. It replaced the old Echelon 3 network.
Echelon? The surveillance system for the United Nations.
What's the real surveillance system?
So Daedalus
Prism?
was an MJ-12 tool
Right,
and rebelled.
Prism is the one?
More of a pattern
in real life?
matching error. It classified Majestic 12 as a terrorist group, alongside the NSF and Silhouette.
And alongside the Illuminati, right? Are you sure Daedalus is your ally?
What matters to us is that it opposes Majestic 12. We must help it destroy their intelligence apparatus. But that will require the military networks. I have already contacted Gary Savage of X-51.
The former Area 51 scientists. Are they still camped out at the Vandenberg Air Force Base?
They are close to completing a UC and have the kind of connection Daedalus will need.
Sounds like my pilot and I should head to Vandenberg.
Yes, I took the liberty of radioing him. Here is the key to the helipad stairway. The door is in the foyer where Atanwe revived you. Good luck. I will be in contact. Don't forget to say hi to your friend from UNETCO, Mr. Jacobson.
Already bumped into him.
Very thoughtful of Tom. My own computer technician. I suppose he can help me prepare a comlink for Daedalus. You saw a piece of Echelon 3 in Beth's chateau. We salvaged some of the hardware.
Now I hear the helicopter outside, by the way. Oh, there's a computer hacking device, but I have a decent amount. I have no lockpicks. I don't even have 2 lockpicks to get in there if I want. Oh, wait. Really? This key doesn't work? Okay, well, it was worth a try. I think we're good to bail then. Could be louder. Okay, well, I don't trust you. I'm making no changes. Unless I get like 10 people telling me that it could be louder, I'm not trusting. Sorry. Because on my end, I feel the opposite. I feel like it could be maybe too loud. So I'm not gonna go against my instincts. I know better. I know better than to trust on that one. But yeah, I have to agree with the person who said earlier. This is why Deus Ex streams are very enjoyable. It just naturally brings up very interesting conversations about AI. Okay, wait. There may have been some stuff we missed here. Okay. Oh, wait. We have a code here. About AI, about the, like, conspiracy theories, about perception, about history, about spells cast on mankind. Code is Pinchin. Well, I mean, that doesn't really help me because I don't know the username. Toby? Spelled with 2 B's. Hacking it is. This reminds me of the old classic of like a guy on RuneScape posting his password and somebody saying like, "You idiot, you just post your password." And the guy saying, "Yeah, it's fine. You don't know my username." Beth, feel free to visit with Morpheus while I'm away. The code is 8001. Oh, so I could have just done that. All right. I'm sure you'll have many interesting things to discuss. Pay no attention to Lucius. He complains at the slightest provocation. Is this Lucius?
What are you doing back here? Denton, right?
Yeah. You're alive in that thing?
I am conscious. Tell Everett I am cold. He keeps me so cold.
Who are you? Do you mind if I ask?
The Supreme Enlightened. The leader of the Illuminati.
Oh. I thought Everett was a leader.
I am the leader. I brought the Illuminati up through the 20th century to the height of their power.
What good did that do?
I had presidents and premiers eating out of my hand. I am the one. Our decline is the result of my own. All we need is for me to get back on my feet. What What did Everett tell you?
Nothing.
I merely await certain technologies. Then I will be restored. Everett has sworn it.
De Beers, the diamond oligarch? I thought the same thing. I was like, wait a minute.
He
Really?
promised me.
Tell Everett that Lucius is cold. Okay, alright, side mission. Hey, the boss man is cold. Probably because you've got him in fucking cryo sleep, but you know what? I'm not one to... Whatever. You want to warm him up? Warm him up. Can the leader of the Illuminati get some heat in here? That makes me think of who's missing out of the people who's in here. I'm not going to elaborate any more on that, but you know what I'm saying? Who's like very obviously missing out of the groups of people we run into in this game?
Lucius De Beers says he's cold.
I know. 18 degrees Celsius, to be exact.
Don't you think that's a little chilly?
I keep his metabolism low so he will last. He is a good advisor. A one-man think tank, so to speak.
He said he's the leader of the Illuminati.
A harmless fantasy.
Oh.
He also thinks I'm going to restore his body.
Oh.
You aren't?
The technology has been around for decades, but he does not need to know that.
Oh. Well, I'm going
What's
to tell
that
him
computer
that.
system for? The one with the blue face for an interface.
Oh.
Oh, nothing. Just something for passing the time and amusing guests.
It has access to quite a bit of information, including information about me.
An old prototype, for Daedalus, actually. It doesn't really handle surveillance in its current state.
So you have your own private echelon system.
Mr. Denton, your pilot is waiting.
Oh, he really doesn't want to talk about that.
Surveillance used to be daemon-based. Daedalus is more
Now
distinct.
it's demon-based.
The blip of his code runs on every communication device on the planet.
Oh.
If we control communications, we can organize and the other side cannot. Lack of organization is exactly what has plagued X-51. They're great scientists, but isolated. They left Area 51 to protest Majestic 12's experiments, and that's what it amounted to, a protest. They don't even coordinate with the NSF, which is headquartered a few hundred miles to the north. You see the need for global organization. Someone has to bring these disparate groups together.
I don't see the need, to be honest with you.
X-51 has assembled excellent technology. They just need someone to help them use it. You will be my representative at Vandenberg.
Oh no.
I will trust you to find a way to manufacture the cure.
He has a lot to say outside of dialogue.
Meanwhile, I have other preparations to make.
Try again.
I will trust you to find a way to manufacture the cure.
Meanwhile,
I have other preparations to make.
Okay. Let us tell Lucius that Everett does not intend to revive him? Question mark? Question mark indeed. I think I will. Oh! I stepped on the cat. I thought I killed it, so I'm just happy the cat's okay. To be honest with you. Although that's an Illuminati cat. But does the cat know that? You know what I mean? Honestly, that cat could be behind all of it. It probably implanted the parasite that's controlling the Illuminati. The real leader of the Illuminati. If you think about it. You know, here's an interesting thought experiment. If the Illuminati exists, or an organization, well, the Illuminati does, there is real historical Illuminati. If an organization exists that is trying to control the entire world's governments and like really steer all of human history, crazy hypothetical, but let's just let's go to fucking La La Land here and pretend that wow, what a crazy world that would be if anything like that ever happened. But do you think that those people own televisions? I mean that for real. Do you think they own televisions? Because if somebody is trying to rule the world, they must understand that this is a method of control. Do they believe they're not affected by their own propaganda? If so, wouldn't that ultimately be their undoing? That they buy into their own propaganda to such a degree that they become blind to anything that exists outside of it? It's just like something to think about, right? Like, it reminds me, for instance, who was it? Steve Jobs didn't allow his kids to have, like, iPads and stuff, right? Isn't that, I've heard that. Is that true? It's one of those examples of the elite, even when they invent the methods of control, understand that they're a method of control, you know, so they don't use them, right? Here's another example. Do you think the elites jack off, right? Do you think the elites view pornography? Your immediate answer would be no, right? No, of course they wouldn't, because they know that's the means by which they control other people, is by showing pornography, right? There's even the examples of I think it was in Gaza, like the Israeli army broadcast, or maybe not Gaza, yeah, but I think the Israeli army like broadcast pornography over the airwaves to get people to not go outside and do anything, basically, right? But on the other side, I actually believe that probably most of them do watch pornography because they're demonic, right? Their ultimate motivation in many ways is to drag people down to their level. They're not better than anyone else. The fact of the matter is that they're worse, and that's a big part of their motivation. So yeah, of course they view pornography, right? They view the most vile pornography out of anybody. You see what I'm saying? And when I say out of anybody, I mean obviously anyone who watches pornography. I do not mean to be one of these fucking gooners who believes that everyone views pornography. What a disgusting and very telling belief that has become so widespread. I haven't viewed pornography in years. Do you know what I mean? It's insane to me that it is such a widespread phenomenon now that people think that everybody views pornography, and that if you don't, you're a liar, right? I think it's actually very telling about the level of addiction that is going on when it comes to that.
Where is he? I will remember these small injustices when I am revived. I will remember.
He has no intention of reviving you.
Everett has no intention of reviving you.
He must. He has been commanded.
He keeps you on ice so that he can benefit from your experience, but he intends to rule the Order himself.
No. No. I will not allow it.
I mean, good luck. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, no, wait. I know the password and stuff. No, I don't. No, I don't. I know the password. I don't know the username. Shut down biosupport system. I'm not going to kill him. What would that even do? Do you know what I mean? First of all, it would be murdering a man. Yeah, I mean, at a basic level. Whoa. Stuck mid-run there. But then also, what would that do? Would it make him feel better? He's not asking me to kill him, right? It's not a mercy killing. And then, like, it would piss off the Illuminati new leader. But, like, is that what I want to do? I mean... Oh, more secrets? What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. Oh, it's the way out. Okay.
Just got refueled. Been waiting for you.
Try talking to him again. Lucius again? It didn't let me. I thought I tried. Here, wait. Now you've got me paranoid.
If I only had
it does let me talk to him.
Body. Now even Everett betrays the Illuminati. Can no one be trusted? Young Denton. Use the computer to my left.
He is asking me to kill him.
Find a way to shut me down. All I wanted was to touch the world one more time. Take one more breath of air. I will not be a prisoner. I command you. Kill me.
Well, that sealed his fate.
I command you. I command you.
Yeah, I mean, that sealed his fate right there. The moment you say, I command you, you know what I mean? Your best bet was to say, pretty please, my man. You start saying command you, I think you misunderstand who has any power whatsoever in this situation. It is not you. Lucius could start lying to him, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. We live in a constantly... Here, wait. They're probably in better control of the war of their own mind... Of the war for their own mind than most people, at least. I don't know about that. There's a saying, I don't know if you ever heard this. The easiest person to sell to is a salesman. What the heck? Why? What? Why? Why is this man dead here? What is going on? I think there's a similar thing that... Hello?
Huh? Is there a problem?
Just looking around.
I checked her out. She's fueled up and ready to go.
This is an infiltrator.
Wrong?
Huh? No, I said I checked her out. You want the thing to run, right? If you're gonna cross the ocean.
Of course. Better safe than sorry.
This is an infiltrator. He fucked up. He fucked with the machine somehow.
I fixed her right up for you.
No, this guy's fucked. No, this is fucked. I'm not stupid. There's a dead man over there. And then you are like very nervously, I checked her out. I checked, like, obviously this is an infiltrator and this thing's gonna fucking blow up or something. Can I tell him?
I talked to Savage. Sounds like Vandenberg may be in some trouble. Get in.
No. Just a minute.
Just a minute.
Don't take all night.
You don't trust the odd mechanic?
Something
no, I don't.
wrong?
Yeah, something is wrong.
I think your friend's ready to go.
No.
Got a pretty cush job, huh? Got a pretty cush job, huh?
Stealth pistol and a crowbar. Why does he have a stealth pistol?
Why'd you kill Everett's mechanic?
I didn't.
Something about that guy didn't smell right. You better double check your systems. What did he work on?
The fuel system. Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. This isn't right.
What isn't?
Oh my god, JC, a bomb!
A bomb?
It's remote control. Hold on.
A bomb!
Just have to pull this wire. There. Relax. I disabled the detonator. We can drop the thing in the Atlantic on the way back to the States. Make a good detective, JC.
Well, he wasn't fucking sneaky about it.
Let's go.
JC, a bomb! A bomb! Damn, Yeoman, I didn't know you could do that. No? I've heard that line before. I didn't know the context of it, but now that I hear it, I've heard a bomb, you know.
The snipers heard your helicopter and took off.
You didn't know you could stop the bomb, though?
Glad you're all right. Why is Majestic 12 attacking?
You with the NSF?
We have a common enemy, if that's what you mean.
MJ-12 is short at UC. They lost the one in Hong Kong, and now something has happened at the Pasadena Ocean Lab.
Are the Vandenberg labs safe?
The base is locked down until we can destroy the enemy bots. Unfortunately, MJ-12 disabled our own bot defense system, and no one has been able to activate the backup power.
I could give it a shot. Where are the controls?
There are 2 separate units at the west end of the base. It won't be easy. MJ-12 has hacked the security grid and taken control of nearly all of our defenses. Turrets, cameras, alarms, and they have snipers everywhere.
Easier than a straight fight with military bots.
I suppose you're right. I can give you a map. One of the units is in the main complex. The other one is in an exposed location. The activation code is 5868.
5868. Okay. They just drop you right in. Like, I feel like when they drop you in like this, it feels like a, it feels like I missed a cutscene. You know what I mean? Activate backup power for the bot security system. Destroy 2 MJ-12 bots and 2 MJ-12 bots. Base will remain under lockdown until the bots are destroyed. Okay. They just drop you in so quickly that it's like, I don't know. So, front gate, security bay, communications, command center, but yeah, but where am I? Did I land on top of the roof? Or am I near the front gate? You know the game's almost over when the sun is rising. True, very thematic, actually. I found a body. Oh, look, another one. With a sawed-off shotgun. Yeah, that's the thing is, I don't know where I am. I'm gonna talk to her again, just see if there's anything else she has to say.
One of the control units is outside to the southwest. The other one's in the transformer room.
Okay, wait a minute. Outside to the southwest. This here? That still doesn't give me much information, but okay.
Be careful.
Thanks. What was her name?
Without the Ocean Lab,
Carla.
Bob Page will have to rebuild the UC at Area 51. We C4'd the large pieces of machinery when we walked out last year.
Oh.
Page probably needs reaction level components. When we walked, we took everything smaller than a paperclip. We're still not sure what happened at the Ocean Lab. I'm staying right here. We knew about the Grey Death a year ago, but no one would believe us. My group at Area 51 performed the first open-air test of the virus. We used monkeys, but Page's people could have cared less how many monkeys we killed. Most of the real research happened in secret labs underground on civilians who had been accidentally exposed. There weren't any accidents. Our test site was chosen specifically so that the spores would drift across a highway.
That reminds me of, that's like Plum Island. You know what I mean? Ticks. What's the disease that ticks give you? Why can't I think of it right now? You know what I'm talking about.
Be careful. I'm staying right here.
Man, I'm like blanking on it right now, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Lyme disease. Yeah, Lyme disease came from a government facility. Like, it literally just spread into, it was East Coast, Plum Island, I believe is the name. You know, can't I just, like, make this really easy? Am I crazy? I mean, like... Oh. It's not a one-shot, is it? I'll give it a second. Oh, she's freaking out. The government invented Lyme disease to make you afraid of going into the woods naked. Yeah, because before that, it was my favorite activity. I'm still not afraid of going to the woods naked. Got one.
Enemy bot destroyed. 3 left.
I got 4 more shots, 3 left. It's doable. Honestly. There's another one. These are the big ones, too. Oh, look at that!
There goes another one. 2 left.
Oh, man, this is kind of easy. I'm going to complete this message very easy. You were in the OG Bigfoot pictures? I am kind of a hairy man. It could have been me. I think it was before my time, though. That was probably like my grandfather or something. My dad. You know? Hey!
Enemy down. One more bot and the scientists can open the security doors.
My man, this game is easy. Isn't there another tick disease that makes you allergic to meat? Yeah, I wonder where that fucking mystery disease could have come from. That one I don't know for sure. Lyme disease, it's basically confirmed that that came from the government, that it came from Plum Island. That Lone Star tick one, who knows? You know, who knows? Yeoman's native tribe are actually Bigfoot confirmed. Don't let my secret get out. You can't tell anyone. Is the last one not out here? Let's look around the side. I can hardly see, though. Oh! There's a slant here. Okay. Let's put this away. And just take a look. I feel like this is not like this 100% intended way to do this part of the game. But it's definitely like one of the easiest ways. If you've got the munitions, which I happen to have. The Gep gun is the greatest weapon of choice for silent takedowns. It really is. I mean, do you see this? It's really kind of incredible. There's somebody there. If I had unlimited ammo on the Gep gun, this would be an easy game. Oh, look, a cactus. I feel like the last robot's got to be around here somewhere, right? I figure if 3 out of 4 of them are outside, the 4th one's probably outside, right? Am I crazy? Actually, that's the logical fallacy. I can hear it now. What is that? Is that a dude? What is that? The wind blowing and like the cactus and stuff makes it very lonely sort of level. No music either. Oh, there he is. Fucker was hiding back there. Let's lock on. We have 2 shots, so I feel like we should easily do this. No! Okay, 1 more shot. My son downstairs yelled, "No!" Oh, thanks, George. Oh, great. It's one of the ones that doesn't die in 1 shot. Perfect. You love to see it. Fuck. That didn't reach. Fuck. Okay, this is back when I had killed 3 of them, and I have 2 ammo left. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So it's back behind here. I just need to hit it with 2 shots. I'll be fine. Could you possibly turn the voice filter off? Is it annoying again? Did it... Someday, we will be in somewhere. I'll have an office or something, and we can have it off permanently. But at the moment, no. I have a fan on. I stream upstairs, and it's fucking hot up here. So it seems like there's a weaker mech and a stronger mech. There's 2 of each, right? Which I knew coming into this. Don't load. Live with your mistakes. It's too late. The real mistake was not buying more ammo. Hot during fall. My wife has the heat on. And heat rises. So the upstairs is the hottest room in the house. I should really stream in the basement. You know? That would be the smart play. But there are other reasons why it just doesn't work. There's not a good spot down there. Even worse acoustics. Easy game.
That's the last of them. Base is no longer under lockdown. Maybe someone in the communications building can put you in touch with Savage. I'm gonna leave you for a bit. Believe it or not, Tom's in California. Sounds like he's in trouble.
I love the idea of completing this level while never leaving the roof.
I think that's the worst of it. I can't believe you took out the bots on your own.
Dude, I mean, you just need 1 rocket launcher.
Dr. Savage probably
Yep,
locked down the command center. If you want to reach him, you should talk to Tony Mares in the communications building. I wonder why Majestic 12 is in such a hurry to get a universal constructor.
Probably to construct something.
Dr. Savage probably locked down the command center. If you want to reach him, you should talk to Tony
So
Mares
the
in the
command
communications building.
center is underneath me. Okay, well, I mean, let's go. Goes to Cali. It is very funny the way also that she said, like, believe it or not, he's in California. Like, it makes it seem like, who the fuck would ever go to California? Ghost of California immediately gets in trouble. Yeah, that as well also makes perfect sense to me. You know. Oh! I love the limited sight of these guys. It's incredible, actually. It's just incredible. Like, literally the door open and I'm just standing there. And they don't notice. Probably just the wind. But now they're gonna see me up here, right? Even though this seems like way less obvious in my mind, they're gonna see me. They didn't see shit. Wow, okay. I overestimated them.
Who's there?
But they heard that? I'll wait
Sergeant,
until they...
is that you?
Yes. It's me. Sergeant. Sergeant J.C. Denton.
Did anybody else hear something?
I didn't hear anything. Contact lenses were officially outlawed in whatever time this game
false
takes
alarm,
place.
I guess.
Well, but I mean, my vision is augmented.
Definitely
You know what I
someone.
mean? Oh, they saw me through the vent? That's fucking insane. They saw me through that vent, but they didn't see me standing in the doorway? They have, like, anti-vision. The more they see you, the more they don't see you. Oh. That, why didn't it let me go in the door? They're killing each other.
Anyone else hungry?
Mow it down! Anyone else hungry? Like, immediate. Anyone else hungry? What? Did I really not save since here? Oh, what can you do? I can get there quick. You gotta go here. And then to avoid the camera, you slip in here. Well, avoid is a strong word. Then we slip over here. Oh, there's a med kit there. Oh, they see me. I hate. What? Well, I just... Is that what I get for being greedy? Is that my fault for wanting the med kit? They just slowly walked up to you, took 3 seconds to register your presence, and started to commit friendly fire. I know! It's really funny. This game is hilarious in a lot of ways. They didn't notice that time. I swear it's random.
Hello? Whoever's out there is in serious trouble. Whoever's out there, give yourself up.
It's really, really funny. Oh, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. Oh. I don't know what I expected. Someone's coming by. I could blow this up when they come by. No, I can't. Also, that would kill them. Blowing them up would kill them. Oh, wait, that's just the elevator that I was on. Yep, no, this was a mistake. Shoot me, I dare you. At least I took one of them out with me. I'd love, you know, it'd be a really impressive game if you stand next to that thing and then it turns into a standoff and nobody wants to shoot you because they'll doom themselves. Or they at least back up. You know. Let's try stealth. And by stealth, I mean cloak.
Whoever's out there, give yourself up.
I would love to blow them all up right now.
Going down. That could kill you.
Whoever's out there, give yourself
Yeah, I'm
up.
dead. I'm dead. Here it comes.
Gotcha.
Do you see what's going on here? I think I'm in trouble. Yeah, they waited patiently though. I love that they waited. The turret shooting them. The turret shooting them. We're good. Oh no! What are you gonna do? Shoot the explosive? Explodes. Yo, masterfully done. There's nothing but a pile of gore on the floor now. And that's what we call a mission success. I did drain my battery though. But you know what? You gotta use up your resources sometime. That's what they're there for. Oh, the man who was Thursday. I really like that story, actually. Both combatants had thrown off their coats and waistcoats and stood sword in hand. The second stood on each side of the line of fight with drawn swords also, but still somber in their dark frock coats and hats. The principal saluted. The colonel said quietly, "Engage," and the two blades touched and tingled. When the jar of the joined iron ran up Symes... How do you say that guy's name? I've only read it. All the fantastic fears that had been subject to this story fell from him like dreams for a man waking up in bed. He remembered them clearly and in order as mere delusions of the nerves. How the fear of the professor had been the fear of the tyrannic accidents of nightmare. How the fear of the doctor had been the fear of the airless vacuum of science. The first was the old fear that any miracle might happen. The second, the more hopeless modern fear that no miracle can ever happen. But he saw that these fears were fancies, for he found himself in the presence of a great fact of the fear of death, with its coarse and pitiless common sense. He felt like a man who had dreamed all night of falling over precipices and had woke up on the morning when he was to be hanged. For as soon as he had seen the sunlight run down the channel of his foe's foreshortened blade, and as soon as he felt the two tongues of steel touch vibrating like two living things, he knew that his enemy was a terrible fighter and that probably his last hour had come. It's a good story. It makes me wonder what other books they've actually just taken from. Shakespeare has also shown up, you know, but like some of the other ones seem to be invented. But I wonder, are they dead there? Or what are they? He looks like he's kind of like floating a little bit. Is it full of water? Oh, hi. Hello. Wait, what? Wait. I didn't know you were... Are you working together? I just wanted to surprise you. There's something even funnier about running up to a man with a taser in your hand, and he just point blank shoots you. Well, I guess dropping down the ceiling, down from the ceiling dramatically is not the best play here. Let's try stealthily shooting him in the head. The problem is these take so long to knock them out. You know? They have so much time to run up here in the meantime. What are they doing? Wow, who blew that up? Why? These people panic when they get into a fight. What did they do? They just gassed each other. And the scientist is alive anyway. Did he just kill himself? Oh. Like, I have never seen such panic from a video game's AI. He's running around. Music's still playing. Let's turn on my fancy new... I have no electricity. Here, wait. Turn on my fancy new... No? Does that mean he's dead, or I just don't know? I think he's dead. Or knocked out, I mean. One of them might be dead. Hey!
A lot of troops up this way?
I don't know. They had me locked up until a minute ago. My assistant's still being held somewhere.
I don't think I've come across him.
If you want to look for troops, you should log into the security network. The username is command, and the password is Zebra42.
Not a bad idea.
There's definitely water in there. Why is this so... I like how it just makes a louder noise. Good, like nice try. You know what I mean? That's actually pure comedy. Touche, game. Touche. Would you say this is a real game? Yes, I would. Jenny Nicholson mutilation. I would say that. Do I have keys? No. Takes 2 lockpicks to get in. I don't have that. What is this? Were they meant to put an event but forgot? Can you get out of my way, lady? Women. You know what I'm saying? Every woman except my wife falls under the category of rolling my eyes. You know what I'm saying? What is in here? A hazmat suit and a bunch of batteries. And there's an electronic control panel. Is that the virus? What is this? Oh! Nanovirus. Oh. Can I? Wait a minute. I have muscles. Let me turn on my muscles. Shit. Those fucking flasks. I throw those so far with these muscles on. Okay, I just... Come on. Yeah. I just wanted to bust through the window with it. Can I bust it open somehow? Well, that's disappointing, to be honest with you. Like, I really thought potentially I would be able to, I don't know, infect some soldiers with the virus or something, you know, and it would, like, I don't know. It seemed like a fun idea. Like, what? Okay, the virus being there, you feel like you'd be able to do something with it, you know what I'm saying? We already have all the augmentations, so the only things we need are upgrades. I see a computer over there. That must be what I'm looking for here. Oh, shit. Platforming is not what you normally do in this game. Oh, cool. The computer system I've already activated. At least I got skill points. Speaking of, what do I got? 2749. Not enough for better lockpicking or computer or electronics. I've mastered low-tech weapons. What else is left? Swimming. Moderately useful right now. Medicine, somewhat useful, I suppose. Perform a heart bypass with household materials. Sounds probably more impressive than it is. Didn't say successfully. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could probably do that too. The man might die. But I'll see it through to the end. Oh, so there's really nothing really worthwhile in here. Kind of a waste of my time. I wish you would have told me that. Not sure whose side she's on. I only have one pick. Is this worth blowing up? Because I could. Door strength infinite. Never mind, I couldn't. No, never mind. Can I, like, throw a dead body at this man? I want to pick this man up. Oops. Wrong button. F6, not 6. How about a couch? Yeah. Here we go. I'm pretty strong. In fact, I'm gonna activate my extra heart and my strength. I ran out. No. It's an alarm. I thought it was an explosive. Wait. Will the alarm go away? Because I have gotten around it now. I suppose. Oh, back here? Okay. gonna be the same hack as everywhere else. It's not gonna give me anything new. Oh, G Savage. When we left MJ12, I think all of us knew we had a long road ahead, and for many of us, myself included, it's been a road of penance. I have been a good scientist, but I've not been a good human being. I did not think about the consequences of the knowledge that I fought so hard to gain, or about the people who would exploit it for their own ambitions. Now we must face up to the decision we've made and stand against those who would eradicate our efforts to create a better future for our children and the world. It takes so long. I've got to like reset. Let me just like look around a bit while we wait here. Oh! Automatic doors. Don't know why I didn't expect it, but I certainly didn't. Huh. Where is this? Okay. I didn't give a full amount of time. We'll be fine. We'll read quick. I've already lost too many friends. I don't intend on losing any more. The bots should do most of the fighting, God willing, but we need to understand what is at stake. If we can bring the UC online, we might have a chance. But if MJ12 successes at everything we've done, then everything that's taken from us will be for nothing. I find it strange to write these words. Circumstances force me. Okay. Yes. I skimmed the rest. A fight that I hope you'll join me in. From Gary. Exploration bonus. Okay. It's locked. Am I outside? No? I am very interested, by the way, in how sort of like AI schizophrenia, AI psychosis is going to develop coming into the future. Because I really think it comes up whenever we play this game, but I really think it's going to be like a big problem. I do not think AI is some crazy thing that's going to save the world or change the world fundamentally in like it's going to steal all of our jobs or anything like that. In fact, I know the cope that everyone who steals someone's jobs always says. This is always what they say. If someone is going to steal your job, they will always claim that it will create new jobs.
Did anybody else hear something?
It's a perfect sort of like rebuttal, right? Like it's what you would want to say. If somebody says you are going to take advantage of me, then you say, no, I'm keeping you safe, right? It's classic. Like, it's very, very government pilled, right? But I really do think it may be true in the sense of AI, because it will create new jobs, and those jobs will be digital janitors. Their job will be to clean up the fucking messes that the AI creates. And it'll probably be a pretty high-paying job, because there's going to be a lot of fucking messes to clean up. And honestly, I don't know if you need, like, a high level of education to even work that job. You just need some common sense. Amazing. Common sense that these people do not have. Let's be clear. Let me check my map. Terminal, command center, terminal, communications. I mean, go to the communications center. Oh, okay. Well, that's over here, I think. Or no, that's the communications center. Okay, okay. Janny's getting paid. Well, it's more likely than you might think. Would you do it for free? Real question. Real question. Think about it. Would you... Nah, you wouldn't, right? Who would?
I need to talk to Gary Savage.
How does it look out there? We got those bots brand new from a guy in Hong Kong, but I guess we should have locked down the power grid, huh?
My flashlight's still on. You're draining my battery!
Be careful.
We think Dr. Savage and the others are in the control room in the second floor of the command building, but communications are down. The person we sent to find them hasn't reported back. We gave him our key to the control room.
I'll check it out if you want. How do I get there?
The trapdoor in the back room goes down to the utility tunnels, which connect to the command building. We had to send someone that way because of the shooting. Maybe he didn't make it through the radiation. I don't know. He had no protection. The only hazard suits are in the command building itself.
First name Hot, second name Pocket.
You saved our asses.
We were prepared for direct attack.
That was quite a battle.
Was it? Hey! It's the US of A. What the fuck happened to California? Yo! That big earthquake finally happened and it fucking wiped California out! Do you see that borderline? California has been cut in half. Also, Baja, Mexico, gone. Or no, whatever that's called. That is what it's called, right? That part of Mexico. You know what I'm talking about. Holy shit, dude. They wiped it off the face of the map. Face of the earth. Off the map. You know what I'm saying? Finally! Based! Yo! Is that Arizona coastline? I'm moving right now. I'm living right fucking here, dude. What is that, like, Yuma is, like, right here. This is, like, the middle of fucking nowhere. But suddenly it's beachfront property. All those people living out in fucking Quartzsite are ecstatic right now. Quartzsite might be on the California side, actually. Imagine the fucking Hoover Dam being next to the sea. Yeah, it'd be right about, like, here, right? So, yeah, it's still a fair bit of distance, actually. I think, if my map reading is correct. I've been to the Hoover Dam a few times, but it's on the Arizona-Nevada border, so the closest it could be is, like, here. Believe it or not, he lives in California. Who, me? I've never lived in California in my life. I've been there maybe, like, twice. Once when I was a kid, once when I was a little older. Went to the beach when I was a kid, and then went to the beach when I was older. The beach was nice. For what it's worth. New data cube transcript. Begin timecode 2239 and 12. Recording begins now. TR, Thompson Reynolds, assistant researcher, and this would be my latest audio at diary entry. Yes, they would always be that. Imagine starting every diary entry saying, this would be my latest diary entry. Of course it would be. Every diary entry you make is the latest diary entry. MJ12 nailed us completely by surprise. I don't think there was a lot of love lost there, but no one really expected a direct assault. Hold on. So now I'm down in the tunnels. We've lost touch with Gary, and I guess I got elected to find out what's going on while everyone else deals with the attack. Okay, I'm at one of the terminals, powering up. Note to self, login is, let's see, Tunnel 01, and password is Omega 2A. Security grid has been deactivated. I hate these stupid hazmat suits. It's almost impossible to punch a key without hitting 6 up. I thought I heard something. Just a sec, let me... Recording ends. How did this possibly end up here? That makes 0 sense. How did it get back up here? Just that. Is there gonna be aliens downstairs, by the way? Because I'm all for it. I'm gonna look up first. Oh, hey. This guy was already taken care of, I see. Exploration bonus. Ah! I'm dying! Ah! That was the last entry. Yeah. Whoa. Oh. The tunnel is a separate zone. That's actually spooky as fuck.
JC, I'm depending on you. When you find Savage, get him to help you uplink Daedalus. The Milnet computers should be near the control room on the 2nd floor of the command building.
Ah! I didn't know it did that! I've lost a leg. I didn't know it could fucking shoot lightning at me. Give me my leg back. Okay. It also blows up when I kill it, which is a little unfortunate. Okay. I don't know if this is an effective means of combat, to be honest with you. Well, that's definitely not very effective. We're gonna hack in. Oh wait, I know the code. Well, whatever. I've already started. I'm just gonna shut off the camera or turn it to enemies. Yeah. Are you serious? Good fucking use you are. Do we know this one? Generator room. 5868. What? No, that's something else. And that's something else. And that's the zebra code. And this is something else. Okay. Well, what can you do? Generator room. Oh, I need power. Eat some batteries. Oops. Okay. Explosives? Or alarm? Take your bet. Neither? Not either one, actually. I don't think it's worth an explosive. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it really isn't. If I turn on the camera, will this thing be more effective? You know what I'm saying? No. The answer is no. It's fast. It runs away when you get close, which is very interesting of it to do. I'm just gonna attack. What can you do? You know what I mean? What does strategy mean to a man with a sword? Okay, well, there's maybe some strategy involved with not blowing yourself up, actually. Maybe I could have rethought that one. But wait. I've been preparing for this all my life. Hopscotch as a kid. Why did I just do this to begin with? Easiest fucking thing I've ever done in my life. I can't believe I didn't just do that right from the start. What? I don't know, I just pressed the button. Okay, I won't go that way. This is how they rob the Louvre. I bet it is how they robbed the Louvre. Did you hear about, allegedly, they had just gotten a new security woman? Yeah, woman. They had just gotten a new head of security at the Louvre just before that robbery. And it was a woman who was like, seemed to be a diversity hire. Actually, the funniest thing I've heard all week. You know who told me that? My wife. It's really funny when your wife is telling you about the female diversity hires and how ridiculous it was that they hired that woman to be the security expert. Which, to be fair, not just because she's a woman. It seems she had very little experience and wasn't good at what she did. It is just funny, though. Alright, so I've got the key. Is that all I needed here? I think that may have been all I needed here. Find Gary Savage believed to be in the control room. Uplink data list to military computers near the control room. I mean, I can continue through... Oh. Seems fake, but if it's true, then it would explain a lot. That alarm on that window is known to be broken for a month, and no one did anything. That's how you know you've got a good head of security. She should be fired, right? To be clear. Like, she should obviously be fired. Do you ever see news stories that, like, I mean, obviously you do, but do you ever put together the fact that, like, there are these news stories where they either don't put together very obvious things, or they put them together in the exact opposite context to what they actually mean, right? This is a good example where they didn't put together, right? Like, why is the news not asking? I feel like in a different time, the news would be asking, who is this inept woman And why did she not fucking fix up security at the Louvre, dude? That should be a, you know, a question asked. Okay, I guess we're gonna go in the... I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna go. We drop down. Can we go back up? No. But there are also situations where, like, the media will report something and they'll report it the exact opposite of, like, how you would put it together normally. And I think a good example of that... wait a minute. This one isn't 5868, is it? Shit. How many things do I need? I don't have time. I don't have time. Get me out of here. A good example of the opposite, though, and this is like a very, like, low stakes one. I don't even know if that makes sense. But, like, recently, let's see if I can do it a second time, because we're going through the radiation. Oh. Are you kidding me? Fine, fuck it. What? I don't accept that. Whoop. 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 Shit. Wait. I don't have a hazmat suit? I thought I had a hazmat suit. Turn this on. No, wait. Turn on my second lung, my second heart, and then turn it on. Oh shit, I'm still dying pretty fast. Okay. Alright, we've learned something. We've learned something. My augmentation that makes me not as, like, susceptible to radiation, not very good. Are you kidding me? I did it so perfectly the first time. Let's try this again. Activate this. Activate this. We'll heal ourselves partway through. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I died just because it ran out of battery, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, wait. I'm okay. But an example of the opposite, and this one was just like, just a random one, where, like, I don't care about this shit at all, to be clear. I want to make that very clear. I don't give a shit when it comes to this. But it was like, Trump recently, semi-recently, fired a statistician at, what was it, the Bureau of Labor Statistics? And it was because, and they were saying, oh, he's mad at them because they got the numbers wrong, and so, you know, they made the economy look bad when they revised the numbers, and he said that they were politicizing it by revising the numbers to look worse. And that is literally the opposite of why she was fired. It is the exact opposite of why she was fired. Because actually, it's been extremely obvious that the president wants to lower interest rates, but he can't get the Fed to do it because for some reason that's how our system works, you know? I might run through this, but I don't know. And if the job report had come out as bad, if these statistics rather had come out as bad earlier, then he could have used that. Or if they weren't revised in the way they were. Actually, I think they came out as bad first, then were revised later. I'm fucking not remembering, to be honest with you. But whatever the case, basically, if they'd come out that way earlier, he would have been able to use that to get the Fed to potentially lower interest rates. So he was not mad at the revision. He was mad that the revision hadn't happened earlier. And again, I don't fucking care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a meaningless thing to me. But it is very funny to see the news cover it exactly the opposite of what's going on. And it's, there are other examples. I don't know any off the top of my head. That was the one I had on hand. But it's just very funny when this happens. When it's like, yeah, you have that exactly backwards, you fucking idiot. Oh, okay, I made it around. All right. But is this where I want to go? I mean, the med kit's nice. What is this for? 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay. 2. Oh. Okay. 3. I understand. Luckily I have muscles. That's not muscles. It can accomplish some of the things that muscles can. Here we go. Are you... Get off my case. Alright, this should be doable. Watch this. We're playing stacking games now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like talking about dumb political shit like that because it is dumb shit. But it is a funny example of just like you got that literally completely backwards. Like think about it for fucking 10 seconds, man. I don't know. Please. Please. No! I know that I could stack this all over again. And yet. It feels like admitting defeat. You know what I mean? Let's at least stack it here. Oops. 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 Can you just... Okay. Flamethrower, don't need that. Okay, alright. I stacked this in such a way I'm actually not even gonna be able to reach. Got it, got it, got it! Get me out of here, please. You know what? Fuck it, dude. What are you gonna do? Honestly. Didn't do anything. Did nothing. It's like a fucking... It's an electric fence that's not on, but you're a sheep who has been convinced that it is. You know what I mean? I don't know if we got any ranchers out there who have experience with this. You let the sheep get shocked once or twice, and then you never have to turn the fence on ever again. That's only mostly true. They are dumb enough that sometimes they will try. Hello? Why am I using the baton? What am I, retarded? I lost my legs. Okay, alright, alright. Embarrassing? I'm back here? No. It's not that far, but it's awful. That's a waste. I can't justify that. Just 'cause I'm in a bad mood. I can't justify that. I wish I could justify that. But I can't. Okay. Can I just wait. I might be stupid. Why can't I just grab this? That's unbelievable. I'm actually upset. I just wasted so much of my life. That thing there just has ammo for a gun I don't use. If I had done that the first time, I would have felt actually smart. Doing it the second time, I feel as dumb as I could possibly be. Oh, that's what happens. I was wondering. You know, I've mentioned a couple times recently, but me and my wife are considering... Basically, I'm making pretty good money at work. And although it's slowed down a little recently, that's why I've been playing so much Uma Musume. A little bit of EU5 as well mixed in there. But we've been considering moving somewhere outside of the country, because if we spend, basically in the United States, if you're not aware, if you spend over 11 months, if you spend 11 months or more of the year outside the United States within a 12-month period, you do not have to pay any taxes on the first $120,000 you make during that period. And so, we're considering... Oh! And so we're considering, like, you know, Argentina, Mexico, somewhere in Europe, but probably not because it doesn't work very well for time zones with my job, but, you know. But we're considering moving somewhere like that just for a while because, save money on taxes, nice little cheaper cost of living as well, and at the same time probably, you know, enjoy ourselves. It'd be a nice time. And we realized the other day how hilarious it would be if we actually did this, which we may. But my wife, I can't believe that paid off. My wife has a like distant family member who actually, this is gonna sound like the trashiest person in existence. It is the trashy part of her family. I have a trashy half of my well, actually both halves of my family are trashy, if I'm being honest. What? I thought we had done it.
I hope they didn't kill Tim.
Oh my. I thought this has got to be Tim right there. Well, I've got enough lockpicks now. Let's just find out. You know what I mean? But the trashy part of her family, this woman had a shotgun wedding and married a Mexican man, despite the fact that he did not speak English and she did not speak Spanish, but they got married. And then he eventually learned Spanish. They had like 2 kids together, and then he got deported because he was not in the country legally. And he went back to Mexico, and he actually immediately got a really good job because at that point he was like, he spoke English very well. And so he got a job at like a resort. I don't know what resort, but you know the ones like Rocky Point or something like that. I don't know where exactly though. But like, so he was getting paid in USD. He was making good money. And so, but even before that, he knew he was going to get set up pretty well right away, I think. And also, he believed in the sanctity of marriage. So he told his wife, hey, I'm getting deported. Let's all go to Mexico, right? Me, you, the kids. And she was like, that's not an option. That's crazy. I couldn't possibly live in Mexico. No one in their right minds would ever live in Mexico. So apparently they like visited a couple of times. He actually made good enough money that he was sending money home from Mexico to the United States. Like the wrong way, you know? But he was actually sending money home, and he wouldn't see his family most of the year, right? They would only visit like on Christmas occasionally, and then after like a year or 2 of that, she just divorced him. And he was really upset about it. He was like, we're supposed to be Christians. You can't get divorced. Like, you can just, and her reasoning was that, like, I obviously cannot live in Mexico. My kids can't live in Mexico. Getting divorced is the reasonable thing to do because this is just not, it's just the situation. I can't do this. And they actually, he got deported in like 2016. And so they actually, the kids to this day blame Trump for the divorce, literally, right? That's what they blame, even though it's clearly their parents' fault and mostly their mom, from what it sounds like. But what we were talking about, which is really funny to think about, is we are literally considering moving to Mexico and living there for like a couple years, like a year to 3, you know what I mean? Like somewhere in there to you know, avoid some taxes, live cheap, and enjoy some beach weather, learn Spanish. It'd be a fun time, I think. Honestly. We're looking at, like, Puerto Vallarta, or, like, or Guadalajara, like, that kind of area is kind of where we're looking, because there's a good mass there, from what I understand. The FSSP setup shop up there. If I wasn't concerned with a good mass, I'd be looking at, like, Cabo, or, what's the one in the Yucatan? I can't remember the name now. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But, like, Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, like, that area is, like, kind of where we're, kind of like where we're looking. And, we're literally thinking of moving there to Mexico. And my wife was saying they will be so fucking pissed. Because we will be a living call out to their bullshit. Because they're saying no one could ever live in Mexico. It's so awful, right? And then we purposefully live there, and we're gonna like send pictures to the family or something of like, here's my son at the beach, you know, like it's beautiful here, like we love it here, it's great. Here we are at mass, it's awesome, you know what I mean? And like they're gonna be so, I mean, like somebody's saying in the chat right now, what's so fucking wrong with Mexico? That's the So in America, and if you're not American, you might not understand this, and there are obviously some non-Americans listening right now. We're just like stopping to talk for a second because I know this guy's gonna have a conversation. Wait, this will not take too long. But in America, you are basically propagandized to think that Mexico is a fucking hellhole. Parts of it are. Let's be clear. But parts of it are like basically expat fucking cities, right? Like I think Puerto Vallarta probably being one of those, you know. But I know people who live in Puerto Vallarta. I know people who live in Guadalajara. Those are the main places I know people as well, which is a big reason why I'm considering those places, because I know to some extent what those places are like. And they love it, you know, and they're from the UK or they're from America, and like, you know, yeah, there's a difference in some things, but like not all of it is It's like saying, actually somebody's making the same comparison I was about to make. It's like if you saw images of fucking downtown ghetto Chicago and said, I could never live in the United States. The United States is so dangerous. It's so run down. I could never live there. And it's like, dude, just don't live there. You know what I mean? Like, just because Chicago is bad doesn't mean you can't live anywhere else, right? And even then, you could live in a different part of Chicago even, you know? So, like, it's the same sort of thing. But I have a Mexican friend who suffered various tragedies at the hand of cartels, so I would forever be cautious of such a place. Well, that's very fair. But, and I mean, very, very fair. At the same time, like, where did he live, right? It's like, I know meth addicts, right? But there are, well, actually, that's even tougher. Most of the U.S. does suffer from meth addicts. There's not many up here, to be honest. But there are some, because there are always. I was going to say you could just move somewhere where there's not meth addicts, but you can't, really, though. But anyway, I grew up in, like, a high-crime part of the United States. High crime, low, like, high poverty level. Now, I lived in one of the nicer parts. We were the poorest family in one of the nicer parts, you know what I mean? But we lived very close to what my mom called the zone. She warned me as a kid, Michael, never go into the zone. You won't come out of the zone the same person if you come out alive. She meant that serious, too.
I give up.
Calm down. I'm here to help. What can you tell me about the attack?
They took over the building. We're finished.
Anything specific? I'm heading to the command center. I don't want any surprises.
I thought I was in the command center.
If I was you, I'd go through the tunnels. You could use the security system to see if the coast is clear. The login's Tunnel 01. The password's Omega 2A.
I've already been down there, but thanks for the login.
I also have this EMP grenade. Do you
Sure.
want it? I heard some soldiers talking about spider bots.
Sure.
Be careful with that thing.
I mean, I wish I had that earlier, to be honest with you. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I think I did have one. Take a multi-tool. Take this. I guess there's enough useful stuff in here to be worth the the lockpick, kind of. Drop. I hate that. I hate the not room to drop things. Like, just drop it at my feet, please. Shit, I don't really have space. It's fine. Not the Tim Walls I talked to school shooters. I've talked to school shooters is a really funny thing to say, by the way. We've all probably talked to school shooters, right? I mean, like, that's probably, right? I don't know. I guess, well, I gotta think about that one. Have we all, I mean, there's probably like a 7 degrees of school shooters thing going on. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, you've certainly talked to someone who's talked to someone who's talked to a school shooter. Right? Undoubtedly. But I guess probably the average person hasn't talked to a school shooter. But you wouldn't know it either. You know? But then you would. No, you would. You know, I guess school shooters usually tend to shoot up their schools, typically, right? So I guess you would, what was it, 5, 6... 5, 8, 6, 8? I don't know what that did, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I guess you would, like... What?
Son of a... One tough SOB.
That... Apparently that made me tough. Oops.
Hello? Son of a...
I just destroyed his chair.
One tough SOB.
I was hoping I could knock out one and then shock the other. Very funny that he's shocked right now. I don't know. I bet most of us have talked to somebody who'd want to commit a school shooting. And that just says something about the state of
Okay, let's do the paperwork
schools
on this one.
and the people in them at the moment. I mean, they're horrible places, you know. Not that I ever considered shooting up a school myself, but I can't be totally surprised that someone would want to. You know what I mean? Anybody seen the movie The Dirties, by the way? Highly recommend. School shooting movie. Highly recommend it. By the same guys who made Operation Avalanche, if you're familiar. Operation Avalanche is the movie about faking the moon landing. Quite good. Quite good movie. And, yeah, this one's about school shooting. It's the movie they made before Operation Avalanche. I actually think it's better. But both are pretty good. Will this man move?
Let's see how well you can follow orders.
I will die before I betray Dr. Savage.
You will be permitted to work in one of our laboratories, but you must be willing to follow orders.
You might as well kill me now.
Come on, position the dynamite.
You alright?
Where the hell are the bots? They're supposed to exterminate these...
Don't say it! Don't say it! We're on stream! Don't say it!
The situation's under control.
Except for the
She was
control
about to
room,
fucking
this
say
building
something.
has been totally overrun.
Maybe I can do something about
The
that.
bots are supposed to kill
Be
these
careful of our defense systems.
these
MJ12 reprogrammed them and locked our accounts.
barely hold herself back.
There's a back door, but I haven't been able to try it out. Login command, password Zebra42.
Thanks for the warning.
I think I already did that. Can I blow this up? Would that work? It says strength infinite, so I think not. Is the tunnel really the only way in? Because I don't want to fuck with the tunnel anymore. Also... Wait.
This is what we get for not having a militia. Maybe they'll listen to me now.
This woman's been advocating for a militia?
Thanks for taking care of that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of these bastards. This is what we get for not having a militia.
Shiloh, is that you? A callback, honestly. Can I? Okay. Is there? I don't want to go through the tunnel. Can I bust this in? I want to try it. Stand clear, lady. We might kill a civilian here. If she's smart, she'll run away. She ran towards it! Alright, well, I mean... that was her fault, but I will reload. Do I have to go through the tunnel? There's got to be another way in, right? Let's go to the roof. But I am starting to think that perhaps that is the case. Ah, this was here.
What the hell? Watch yourself. This one's some kind of mech.
Kind of funny. Back in the tunnel? Are you kidding me? Really? Or can I get in through here? I should be able to get in through here. People have given me different information on how to get different places, but most of them, like, are talking about places I've already been. You know what I mean? I'm talking about in the game, I'm not getting advice. I'm not talking about that. Yeah, this isn't helpful, right? Like, being up here isn't... You would think it'd be helpful in some circumstance, though, right? Like, you'd think this would do something for me. But I really don't think it accomplishes anything being up here. But then that leads to the question, like, why does this zone exist? Like, yeah, I get 50 points for exploring it. But, like, is it really just here to be somewhere to get 50 points from? Like, that doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem like you would design a zone just for that. Well, it could be here, actually. But this just goes outside, right? I really don't want to... I'm going to save, and if this goes outside, I'm reloading. I don't like, in general, to just, like, use a lockpick and then reload, you know, but, like... One, I'm pretty low on lockpicks. And two, yeah, I was pretty certain this was leading outside. Oh, I missed. I guess we're going back in the tunnel. Sorry, I just got back from 2-hour break from the ball crushing factory. Sounds great, my man. Sounds like a... I mean, I'm sure you get paid well, at least. The ball crushing factory. If not, you should ask for a raise. No, wait, you were saying already you got one. Never mind. Okay, so I need to... go back. Did I miss something in the... If somebody knows, please tell me. Did I miss something in the tunnel? There is a way in directly. Because I can go back over here. No. This is where I'm supposed to go, right? Am I losing my mind? No, this woman up... No. There's no way to get in. You guys get raises? Couldn't imagine. I actually work a job where it's 100% commission, so no, I do not actually. What was the power for? Gary Savage is thought to be in the control room on the second floor of the command building. A scientist with a key. Wait, I thought I had the key. Did I try it? I picked up the key in the water there. I might be dumb. I may have not tried the key. It might be as simple as that, and I'm just wasting time. But yeah, no, I actually don't get raises. I just make 10%, you know? I make 11 if they pay cash. I can't believe... It is what it is. I'm happy to be it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm furious. You might not know it, but this is the face of a man who is furious. I don't like that we loaded a new zone here. It kind of scares me. Jacob's shadow. Jacob looked at her and watched all the regret drain from her eyes. She tossed the empty revolver onto the body next to her, the gun in her other hand never moving an inch from the point that Jacob guessed was just above the bridge of his nose. You don't have to do this. It doesn't have to be like this. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm afraid it does. He slowly shook his head. The window cracked, and for a moment it sounded as if a wasp had buzzed through the room. Then a dull thud as her body dropped to the floor. Blood poured from the cavity that had been her skull. A wide black pool that spread like a shadow in the darkness. Jacob knelt and rubbed his fingers in her blood. Monk never missed with the sniper rifle, not ever. It's kind of not well written, I have to say, but get you a woman who dual wields. We've read this. Several okay. Genetic profiles. J.C. Dorkton. What? That would be baseline for... They have the genetic profiles of J.C. Dorkton? Interesting. Very interesting. This noise again? In what world does a computer screen make the noise like it's actually, it's comical. Can I bust this open? Why are there so many chromosomes? Well, they added extra. He's augmented.
I cannot survive much longer. Help me acquire Milnet access. I must attack. I must attack.
This seems like such a bad idea. Everything I'm fucking doing sounds like such a bad idea. It's like Denton. Dorkton. My man. You've already been, like, used as a stooge before. Did you not learn your lesson?
Mr. Carter.
Oh!
They ran the old dog out.
Oh.
You were dismissed?
Wow.
All of us career types. They want cadets who've never been anywhere except UNATCO and the UNATCO Academy.
Easier to manage, I suppose.
Time to come out here and lend a hand. I knew what Savage was up against. I just didn't want to admit it.
It's an honor to have you with us, sir.
All right, enough bawling our eyes out. We've got work to do. I didn't want to admit that UNATCO could be corrupted, but finally, I had to leave. I guess it's not surprising to find a few crooks in a place protected by security procedures. The shadow of secrecy. It protects indiscriminately.
I like that this guy says, I didn't want to admit that UNATCO had been corrupted. It's like, my man, you were the one who was a part of the corruption. Like, not the serious stuff, but you did, like, bend the rules to illegally give me military hardware. Like, I don't think I've forgotten that. Like, you're not so fucking high and mighty yourself, my man, if you're really talking about the corruption of thing. Was it the right thing to do? Maybe. But, like, was it corrupt? Absolutely, you know. Oh, he was my friend, and I thought he was doing something good. So, yeah, I may have stolen things and given him government hardware.
Let's shoot the breeze later. Black programs are too far, if you want to know my opinion. The darkest shadows where guys like Page can operate invisibly, like parts of Area 51. Programs not even Congress can ask about.
I like how he says, let's shoot the shit later, and then we just start talking.
There's a time and a place for security, but the legislature has to stay vigilant, or there will be abuses.
The legislature? You believe in the legislature?
That's where we have the advantage against Bob Page. We've learned his secrets, his first line of defense. Time for you to move out, soldier.
What are his secrets?
Enough chit-chat.
What age? You know what I'm saying? How young? That's probably the secret we can blackmail him with.
I'm Dr. Savage.
Oh.
Thank you. We were close to surrendering when you
Freeman?
landed.
J.C. Denton. I'm working with Morgan Everett of the Illuminati.
Don't tell people that! It's an bad intro!
UC to manufacture it. Everett contacted me just before the attack. Naturally, we'll manufacture the cure.
I'm with the Illuminati.
Once the computers
Dude, I would never believe anyone who said that.
For the UC.
How close are you to being operational?
My daughter's on an expedition to the ocean lab right now to find a
Who
schematic
asked?
for the containment vessel. But Lord knows when the computer will be back up. It was damaged during the attack.
I'll look at it. In addition to the UC, Everett and I need your connection to the Milnet.
Yes, he said something about an artificial intelligence, the Echelon system.
something called Icarus and Daedalus?
Another attack happening as we speak. I'll explain later.
Well, the main terminal is in the room at the top of the stairs. Log in G Savage, password Tiffany. I'll open the doors. I would say it's too dangerous. A lot of damaged equipment and hot power lines up there. But until the computers are up, the UC's just a box of bolts. It won't be easy getting back there.
Hi, I'm with the Masons. You know, the secret society. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like just telling someone right off the bat, hi, I'm about to tell you a secret. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
We lost most of the machines.
I doubt
the main server survived.
Or else it would, you know what I mean?
I believe you know Mr. Carter from UNATCO. He just escaped the purge.
Your password is your daughter's name, no wonder you're getting your ass kicked. Dude, yeah, like the AI had a hard time getting into a system like that, you know what I mean?
We just need to bring the central computer online. A rocket exploded on the roof. Luckily, nobody was hurt.
Actually, forwarded. At least, that was me.
I should hear from Tiffany soon. Then we'll know if the UC will be ready for operation. Be careful in there.
I feel like, actually, Deus Ex is like a crash course in bad passwords.
I believe you know Mr. Carter from UNATCO.
They're all bad. They're all awful. Like, they're not even they're not, I mean, these passwords are so bad you wouldn't even be allowed to use them nowadays. But they're, like, exceedingly bad.
I'm surprised anything up there survived the explosion. The main terminal is in the back, on the second level.
Ben Roper?
We left the lift on the upper level, I'm afraid. You'll have to use the switch in the middle of the computer room to bring it down.
We lost nothing critical during the attack. Majestic 12 will be back. We're close to having a UC
Your name
and
is
they know it.
I don't believe that.
I would be careful about trusting the Illuminati.
Finally, a voice of reason.
We lost nothing critical during the attack.
Why do we trust the Illuminati? Everyone is telling me. Don't trust the Illuminati. Don't trust the Illuminati. Don't trust the Illuminati. And it's like, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking trust the Illuminati. I'm literally introducing myself to people saying, hi, I'm with the Illuminati. Oh, ready to leave that. I'm skimming. C Brown. Starting to pick up signals from, yeah, I'm not. I don't care enough. Whoa! Excuse me? That just fucking arced at me all the way over here? Okay. Save. Why don't you believe that woman's named Latasha? Explain with reference to her physical appearance. No, it has nothing to do with her physical appearance. Her aura. Look, watch. You see the way she's got a red aura? Whereas this guy's got a white aura? Latasha's not a red aura name.
Just bring up the system for Savage. I'll route Daedalus through your info link. Don't worry, there's very little risk.
So many things I don't trust about that. There's very little risk. Yeah. No, I doubt it. This is gonna be the riskiest fucking Illuminati. That just guarantees that there's risk. Oh. Oh, I didn't time that well, but what can you do? I swear, I'm not racist. I'm just a psychopath that believes in auras. I'm not racist, I'm a hippie. Very similar. But distinct. Just checking. Whoa. Okay. Well, this one's easy enough to avoid. Doesn't mean I'll avoid it. Okay, I didn't. 3 tools. Man, I'd rather not. G Savage Tiffany. Alright, now let's read them. From S. Carter, who we just saw, to G Savage. Long time. It took me a while to track you down, Gary. You've covered your tracks well, but I still know a few tricks and a few people. which is part of the reason I'm writing. Ever since I left the Army a couple years back, I've been working for UNATCO. Seems to be they're a better organization in principle than practice, and I've become increasingly uncomfortable with their methods. I've got my suspicions about other things as well, but I prefer not to get into them over an open line. Doesn't matter. They've discharged everyone who didn't come to them right out of a UNATCO academy spouting the party line, so I'm gone as of today. Have you heard you had your own difference of opinions with the military research establishment and took off on your own? I'm not sure what you're working on, but it might be related to something another friend of mine has uncovered, and I'd like to help. Let me know if you need another hand. It'd be good to see you again. From Tiffany, wish me luck. I'm about ready to leave, Dad. Carla and Stacy have done their best to outfit me with everything I need. You know, when I was a little girl, I never really fantasized about being a spy or a thief or a princess. I always wanted to be a scientist, just like you. Methodical and careful. That's exactly what you always taught me to work. How you taught me to work. That's exactly how I'll be. The static in my ears is driving me crazy. I know we'll see each other before I leave, but I wanted you to know how proud I am of you and what you're doing, and how glad I am that I can be a part of it. Mom would have been proud of you too. I just don't know what I can say. I don't know if I can say all that when I'm standing there in front of you, so this will have to do until I get back. Love, Tiffany. Or to say, I don't know. Yeah, no, that's what it said. And from C. Brown, I'm trying to pick up signals on the Temblor sensors consistent with small assault forces. Jeez. I'm not sure if they think that little of us, or if they're just in such a rush to stop us, they think this is the best they could manage. But this is the best they can manage. Either way, I hope those Hong Kong bots we got from your mysterious benefactor can do the trick. Okay. We probably got an hour before they arrive, so I'm gonna go run a systems check on the bots before everything goes to hell. Interesting. Uplink. That turned off the electricity? That doesn't make sense.
I'm losing Daedalus.
Yes.
Hold on, something's...
You forgot about the Aquinas Protocol. I was listening to Daedalus all along.
Oh no! How did I not see this happen?
And I have another surprise, Denton.
I'm not surprised.
Find Savage in the control room. I have an announcement.
I'm not even a little bit surprised, to be honest with you, Bob. I love that the villain's name is Bob. Bob, I'm not surprised at all.
Something went wrong, JC. I'm looking into it.
Yeah, go figure. Are you telling me that uploading an AI into my info link was a mistake?
Excellent. We're all here.
You aren't in a position to make any demands, Paige.
On the contrary, my mission might have failed, but so did yours. I captured your daughter an hour ago.
Tiffany.
Yeah, let's go with that take.
So you were hoping to find a containment unit in the Ocean Lab?
I demand to see my daughter immediately.
Well, like you, we lack certain components of a universal constructor. The reaction modules you stole when you left Area 51 to go into business for yourself.
Don't negotiate.
Oh yes, Mr. Denton. I wanted you here for a reason. Look at me. You interfere in any way, I will kill that young woman.
You'll do it anyway.
I mean it.
I don't even know that you have her. I have no proof.
You will bring them to the abandoned gas station west of Vandenberg in exactly
There's no
1
proof that you
hour.
even have her.
You hurt my daughter, and I swear to God.
Why do we believe him?
Bring me the reaction modules.
Why do we believe him? He's above lying?
I don't think we have a choice. Oh, I should have never let her go.
Paige will resume production of the Plague if he gets the components to build a UC.
I know. But I can't let them kill Tiffany.
You don't even know that she's
Tell
there.
them you're sending someone with the components. I'll have my pilot drop me off where they're holding your daughter. Maybe I can rescue her.
That's too risky.
We don't have a choice. Trust me, she'll be fine.
Yes, we've got to try it. Just don't let anything happen to her. Mr. Denton, thank you. Here's a photograph so that you can identify her.
Okay, thanks. I feel like this is stupid. There is no proof that she has her.
Something unexpected happened when I brought up the computer.
Yes?
The AIs joined together into an entity called Helios. A trap Paige had laid.
He's always controlled communications. We can't challenge him there.
I hope you keep the UC on a local network.
The Aquinas protocol leaves us no choice but to
Aquinas?
stay offline. You simply can't use Internet 3
What is
without a machine at
Aquinas?
Area 51
Who
knowing
is Aquinas?
I don't know whatever it was expecting to accomplish.
I guess it backfired, whatever his plans were.
JC.
Also,
if you
Internet
find my
3?
daughter, tell her I'm
Did you
sorry.
catch that?
I'm sorry I had to risk her life.
we talking about Web 3.0?
I've lost so many of my people this way.
Internet 3.
More than a dozen of our scientists were prisoners in the ocean lab and have probably drowned.
Oh.
I hope you find her. If we can do anything, let us know. I hope you find her.
All right, well, I'm gonna stop here. It seems like a natural sort of spot to pause because it is getting late. So I'm gonna call it there. But thanks for joining me again. Deus Ex streams are always good. I always enjoy talking about esoteric topics. Yeah, we will do this again next week. I don't think there's gonna be an extra stream. I think it is going to be next Friday, once again, 6 p.m. Eastern. I am a busy man. But, yeah, we'll stream again then. And it'll probably be this again, unless there's public outcry and demand for EU5, in which case that could be an option. But I feel like we are getting close to finishing this game someday. So I would like to accomplish that, you know. But, whatever the case, thanks for stopping by. Don't fucking frowny face me. You can't guilt me into streaming longer. You know what I mean? My son misses me. My wife misses me. I need to go downstairs and see my family. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I always say that, and then it takes like fucking 10 seconds to stop streaming. I need to say it like way later. Bye. Nope. Nope. Goodbye. Well, this is awkward.